Live from inside an autistic child's snow globe, it's the Grandma's Virginity Podcast, episode 20. On this week's episode, special guest Sarah Silverman talks about the challenges of her latest acting endeavor.
It suddenly became very real what was happening.
Yeah.
That in a movie that was not a porn movie, I'm being told that they're seeing my vagina lips.
Ryan opens up about a very deep-seated personal trauma.
You're a child molester. This is gross.
Jackie, I was a child!
I don't care.
Okay, continue.
Justin instructs Jackie on proper relationship etiquette.
Do not tell your significant other, your newly, whatever, if you end up in that situation, don't ever say, I have to go poop.
A frank discussion of anti-Semitism is interrupted by another hilarious Justin character.
Oh God, you guys, Juice, the lovable nymph who doesn't understand things.
I might get my own TV show one of these days.
Plus, Ken's Closet, listener email, and oh, so much more. Strap into your floaty pads.
All right, everybody. It's episode number 20 of the Grandma's Virginity Podcast. I'm Justin Roiland. With me is Ryan Ridley.
Hi, feeling a little ill.
And Jackie
We're all gonna get
Buccarino,
sick. Hi.
otherwise pronounced Buscarino.
Hi.
So what's wrong with you, Ryan? Tell everyone why you feel
I
sick.
don't know, man. I ate KFC last night.
Well, that was your first mistake.
Obviously.
It should be out by now, though.
You mean out
Out
through
of
my
you.
butt or mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did
That's why I
vomit.
think he has the flu.
I did vomit severely in Justin's toilet just before the show.
Can't wait to
Like,
go.
I hope you wiped
very
your mouth on
severely.
his pillowcase.
I can't wait to go check that out, see how that looks.
There was something like when I stuck, because it was one of those things where I felt queasy and I like wanted to throw up, but I couldn't. It was really frustrating, you know? And then I like dipped my head into the, as soon as I got past the rim of Justin's toilet seat, I just, the natural fumes of Justin's toilet.
It's pretty dirty.
My
It's not
toilet
even
smells
like it's not even like a
delicious.
fecal matter smell. It's just it was almost perfumey. Like it was the
Thank
other
you.
way. It was the other direction. He was
Yeah.
trying too hard to cover it up.
Yeah,
it's like
baby.
this gross chemical
Yeah.
Glade.
smell.
It's called Glade.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
This one. Oh, Justin, I threw up so much in your toilet upstairs, but left nary a trace.
Yeah, right.
I have
'Cause
a
I'm a
system for
professional.
throwing up now. I'm really good at it because I used to have a terrible, terrible fear of throw up. Me throwing up or other people, like
Yeah.
really bad.
So what's your
my
system?
system is when you're throwing up, just prepare yourself with tissues in your right hand and your left hand on the flush, the handle.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as you throw up, get it flush. Flush immediately. Keep your eyes closed. Don't look. Don't smell. Back up. Blow the puke out of your nose
Ugh.
into the tissue. You know it happens.
Blow
Don't
the
act
puke out of your nose.
Yes. Doesn't it go up your nose when you throw up?
You're thinking milk.
No. And you blow your nose. You put that in the toilet. Flush again, and you just keep that system going.
And then
it's
you
like
turn to your left and continue to suck the cock.
It's like
you were
you
sucking.
never threw up. There's no traces left behind.
What a specific little to Jackie
Routine. Well, how does
routine.
that help? Because the sound.
Because I
is-
don't like seeing and
or
smelling
hearing
it.
or hearing it. Maybe it's
Hearing it is not a big deal.
What about
Because
feeling
I know
it?
I sound like this. This is how I know I sound. I sound like a
Oh my
man.
God.
I mean, it doesn't even sound
That
like
sounds
me.
cool, dude.
Well, how did you think you were gonna throw?
I thought I would throw up like.
I have a system for puking, and it works really well. I just remember this autistic girl that used to flash her disgusting, pendulous, like bowling ball sized, each one a bowling ball, breasts at me as I ran in terror.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's a true story.
What happened?
Okay, so me and my friend Daryl Riddle, name drop. He's not famous, so it doesn't count. He lived in town because I lived out in the fucking sticks in the country.
Rippin'.
Yeah, I lived in Manteca, and I lived out in the country, so it was about a 5-mile drive into town where the stores were. And so I would hang out at his house, and we would be in like a suburban neighborhood, and there were two ways to get to the strip mall where Long's and Payless and all those fucking stores were. One was incredibly short and convenient. The other was the longest walk known to man. I mean, seriously, it was like the longest way to get to these places. So we always wanted to go the short way, but there was like this 20, at the time we're like 12 or 13, I don't know. And there's
on the
this
cusp of manhood.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stirrings in the loins
Yeah,
are beginning to be felt.
Totally. And there was this enormous, like, I shouldn't say enormous, just a 27-year-old, like, tall, fully developed woman who happened to be mentally retarded, autistic, whatever you want to
Just
call it.
happened to be.
And she had, like, huge bowling ball, like, bigger than my head. Each boob was bigger than my, like, gigantic. And they would just, no bra, and they would sag and fucking, they're horrifying.
Down to her belly button?
Yeah, and her armpits were just like a fucking forest of unshaved black as night hair. And she would wear these, like, these T-shirts, and, like, she would be sitting on the porch in a rocking chair, just sort of going, gee. And I'm not trying to be mean. I swear to God, that's what she would
You're
do.
just
God bless her
reporting the
soul.
facts,
Yeah.
yeah.
And me and my friend Daryl, we would always have to look at each other. You know, we wanted to go to the store for whatever, to rent a video game, to fucking buy some candy, whatever the reasoning was for our trip. We always had to look at each other and go, all right, do we fucking take the shortcut and risk getting potentially God only knows what by this girl, or do we go the fucking long route?
You want
And-
to do this the hard way or the retarded way?
yeah. So basically what would happen every time we would take the shortcut is we would sort of creep up and across the street, obviously, and, you know, sort of just once we got past a certain threshold, it was just like sprint walking, like fast walking, like eyes ahead, just keep moving. And you would always hear in the periphery, like, you would hear her get up and you would hear her start to moan and scream, and then you just hear her feet coming at you, and then we would just break into a sprint. And I remember always turning around and, like, you'd see her shirt up over her head, running at us, these giant, like, bowling ball sized boobs, just jumping and bouncing around, like independent of each other, just uncoordinated. And it was just like, and she's fast, she's really fast, and we never knew what the fuck is she gonna do. Like, we're fucking running as fast as we can. What would she do? What is she gonna do? Yeah, I mean, it was, like, scary, man. And thank God, like, she never, ever actually got her hands on us, because I have no fucking idea what.
Well, what do you
would have
imagine
happened.
she would have done?
I don't know. I don't even know if she would have known what to do. It was like
You
this
just knew
primal,
she-
this, like, primal, like, sexual. She's, like, in her late 20s, so clearly, like, you know, she
wants to do something really bad.
Yeah, like,
She doesn't
she's
know
got
what, and
those.
she knows that you two arouse it in her.
Yeah, she's got those, like, those sexual
Bedroom
urges
eyes?
that everybody has, but she's unsure what it means and why she's, you know.
You should
it's just
Facebook
frightening.
her. See if she's on Facebook.
You know what's weird? To this day, if a girl ever, like, just sort of flashes her boobs at me like
Didn't
that.
I do that?
No, but if a girl, I actually, my ex-girlfriend, she used to do that a lot. She would flash her boobs at me, and I would
To be
always
sexy or
No,
to be
I
funny?
get-
Just to be silly.
not
like.
even to be silly. I don't know.
How do you
kinda
flash
go
your
like-
boobs provocatively? Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like,
You slowly.
Well,
curl
I don't
it.
know,
like,
whatever.
we're talking flash. That's like Mardi
yeah.
Gras. That's
Sure.
trash.
All I know is every time
Girls Gone
it
Wild.
happened, I would get like visions of that girl, like, running
You'd
at
see
me.
her face.
Like
You'd see-
and then just thinking of that like when you flash, like, just what that, like, primal, like what you're doing, really what you're doing is, like, you're like, I want sex, but, like, it's like this sort of awkward,
These get me
gross-
sex.
Yeah, like, look at these. These mean sex. Hulk wants sex. Like, it's that kind of, like, that's what I'm imagining. Like, whenever a girl does that, like, it's not sexy to me. It so turns me off because of that fucking experience I had. You know, and I've had it happen a few times.
Have you told that? Like, listen,
Yeah. Yes.
Don't
Oh my
flash
God! It
me
caused a
ever.
fight. Are you kidding
Susie,
me? Yes.
I just
yeah.
gotta tell you, sit down for a second.
Yeah,
Who caused
listen,
the fight?
seriously.
What was the fight?
Just like probably
Knock it
me,
off?
my
Stop
inability
it?
to communicate why it bothers me, and like her
All
getting
you have
upset.
to do
I
is
can't
tell
remember.
the story.
I know, and I think I did, but it was like
You just don't want to fuck me.
You know, no, yeah, it was that kind of. It was like it was clearly
Yeah.
like, and it was like, you know, I'm insulting her. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
I'm not a big,
That whole thing was like
I'm not
no
a
communication.
Big,
so.
retarded mongoloid with giant, independently swinging boulder breasts. Justin,
Understood. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not some primal Frankenstein girl. I know how to communicate when I want something. No, you don't.
you're saying at the end of the day, they're not so different.
Yeah.
Them and her.
Yeah,
her
maybe
and her
not.
and her.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the girl that you're looking for. Like, why your relationships fail is because you need to find that girl.
Why don't you
listen,
go back to that old shortcut
I
by the crick?
I bet she's still there.
I don't know.
Jackie, do you have anything like that where a sex act triggers some memory?
No, I was gonna share a story that was actually Thurup's story that he went to school with.
I have a
that's
story.
what I was.
I have a personal story. If you want to
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah.
I told my friend this story the other day. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's not a personal story. I told my friend this story the other day, and he told me that I have to tell it. So, but we all learn the lesson many times that when I tell the stories, it's never good. So
That's not true.
okay. So I have
only
issues.
sometimes.
So I have issues with women, as you know.
Uh-huh.
I used to think, and my biggest thing is I won't make a move on a woman. Like it's very hard for me because
Is it out of fear?
Yeah, well, it's like a little bit out of fear,
Rejection,
and that's the point of the story. A little bit of that, but also it's like I have this thing where I'm like, what if? And a woman could be giving me every signal there is, and I'm like, what if I'm fucking wrong?
Yeah.
What if I'm misinterpreting? What if I'm one of my deluded friends who tells me stories about women wanting them? Like, I don't think she's into you.
Yeah,
And I'm
no.
like, what if I'm fucking them?
Yeah.
And I go to make a move, and they're like, whoa, what are you doing?
I want you to continue, but really, one quick question: have you ever thought of when you're at that that threshold of I think she wants me, but I'm still not sure? Have you ever thought of just hey, am I misreading you?
I did do a move for a while because I was so at a certain point. It's because what it is what you're sitting there talking forever, and both or at least hopefully both you want the same thing. And then so I used to go can I kiss you? Because I was just you know what I mean? And that way they can say yes or no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not maybe as cool and romantic.
What if they go?
What do you think, Jackie?
Wait.
You just want to be tackled like a retarded
I
woman,
I think
right?
so. Yeah. When
Right,
people
right.
ask,
It's
it's
what the fuck?
I've done the ask thing. It works. Depends. It just depends. It depends on the atmosphere. But
it seems
what,
so
What if you
proper.
asked?
Yeah.
What if you asked the girl and she was like, no?
But it was 4
And
o'clock
then
in the
she's
morning,
still in her
and
eyes,
you've been
it's so
talking.
Yeah.
read as she
She's
wanted
like,
it. Yeah.
really sarcastic.
Yeah.
No. What would you do?
I'd go, shut up. And I just put my hand around her throat. And...
Pull a gun out, put it to her temple.
So what happened was, I think it all stems to this incident when I was about 4 or 5 years old. I was like a little tiny child.
Yeah. You were a little Chinese child?
I was a little Chinese child. And my parents said, one of these days you're going to turn into a Caucasian.
Jewish person. All right.
So
go ahead.
so I had this friend of the family, as a little girl who was maybe a year or two younger than me.
Okay.
And we would hang out whenever.
So she's 3.
Whatever. She was 3 or 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I can't remember. We were tiny children. And I was 1 or 2 years older than her. So we were up in her bedroom, and I'm looking at her calendar, and she has this calendar on the wall where it's like these plastic overlays that go over the base of the calendar, like an image.
Okay.
But it's seasonal. So when it's winter, you pull it down, and there's snow now on the trees.
Okay, got it.
And there's winter clothes on the children, which are in the middle of the calendar.
Genius.
Summer, it's bathing suits. But when you pull all the plastic overlays up, it's just 2 naked children.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but not their dick
Aren't they
hanging out
drawings
and
or
a
no?
slit up
And
their-
they're fucking.
Are they drawings or are they actual photographs?
They recalled
Just
these.
drawings.
Oh no! Didn't I make a total photographs? Absolutely. And
No,
the little
okay.
boys.
They're drawings.
No.
No, it's obviously really fundamental crude drawings.
Got it.
So nothing remotely sexual. But as a little kid, I'm like, what the? I can see that there's something different going on, and of course, next thing you know, me and her naked on the floor.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
we were
not that
children. Yeah, it's
crazy.
not that
It is. I didn't do that. As a
I didn't
kid.
either,
Jesus
but it really
Christ.
isn't that crazy.
How
so
does that happen?
Me and her are naked, and I'm now seeing what she's got between her legs. I'm like, what's going on there? That's not what's going on here. You're not taught about sex at that age. You're just discovering. I'm just discovering it the first time. Why is there nothing there?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I see there's an opening, and
Oh
so
my god, no. Continue.
I mean, I'm recalling this the best I can from my
Sure.
literally 4 or 5 years old, and I remember, starting to explore, play gynecologist. I even was looking at her
Butthole?
clitoris, if you will.
What?
And
She's
I remember
2 or something.
You're a child molester. This is gross.
Jackie, I was a child.
I don't care.
Okay, continue. God, this is
And
horrifying.
I remember thinking, why does she have a little
But the way
penis?
that
Okay,
you know what's
inside
weird
of
about
her?
it is the way that Ryan
Oh
is
my
motioning
God.
and doing stuff with
Rubbing
his hands.
my crotch? Is that
Yeah,
weird?
Have
I mean
you-
he's making it gross,
Ryan-
but when you think about little kids, it's like looking at why is this apple weird
Sure.
from this orange? It's
Well,
there's
Ryan,
nothing really sexual
You're
about
saying
it.
I'm adding some sort of sexual
But you're
undercurrent to
making
this?
it gross.
No, he's not.
I'm just reporting the
Continue.
story.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go
Have you told your
on.
psychiatrist about this, by the way?
No, not yet. So in the midst of doing that, just going what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, needless
Totally
to say,
distracted that there's a human being attached. Okay, yeah. You're just like, what? It's like, what the fuck is this?
Well, she's probably going, I don't know either. What's that? You know?
Yeah. Let me put it in my mouth.
All of a sudden,
Horrible.
all of a sudden,
It happens though.
boom! Dad walks in.
Your dad or hers?
Her dad.
Oh,
Her fucking
no.
dad.
Ah, God.
And I just
With
like
a camera. No, just kidding.
ding, 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 the steel drum music
Yeah,
plays.
yeah.
So I'm like 3 or 4, and I know that he isn't like mad at me, like as if I was 7 or 8 or 10 or you know what I mean.
Like if you had known better.
If I had known better, but I could definitely tell that what I was doing was fucking way wrong, and like I was just shame beams were shooting at me.
Yeah.
And I just remember just like that feeling of just like you know, like looking at knowing
So
that
at that
touching her
point, you
vagina.
knew it was wrong once the dad. But before that, you had no idea that
Of
it
course,
was wrong.
Jackie. That's the point of the story. I
Well,
was
just wondering.
oh my god.
Well, I mean, did the dad come
that
in?
wasn't clear.
Well, did the dad come in and verbalize like, "What the fuck are you doing? This is wrong."
No, he was
must
like he
have
had
known
that
something.
energy, but I think he knew like, oh,
To
I can't
not
just
a-
yell
yeah.
at this kid. You know what I mean? But I could definitely, kids as they say,
Yeah, you
pick
know.
up
Yeah.
so much.
Sure,
I
sure,
knew
sure.
I knew he was mad and I was doing something wrong and I was the bad guy in this scenario.
Yeah.
Even though that little fucking tease
Horrible.
wanted it.
She was the one that said we
Was
should
it
take
a
our
family
clothes
friend?
off.
Is that what
hey,
you
Ryan,
said?
check out this calendar.
Was-
Oh, why? What is going on there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it a family friend?
Yeah. Still
Yes.
friends with the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they
Still friends with her?
After that,
Do
we
you
never
see-
heard from them again. Actually.
Oh,
No,
really?
yeah, of course we're still friends with the family. I
Do
saw
you,
her.
you see her? Does she remember what
We
happened?
every year we reenact it. Yeah, it's sort of a thing we do.
Oh my god.
No, but be serious. Do you hang out with her?
No, she doesn't live in. I mean, I
You
live
haven't
in
seen her?
California. I've seen her like I saw her 10 years ago.
Did
the
she
last time
grow
I saw her.
into an attractive
No,
young
I
lady?
saw her my whole life. Like
I know. I'm asking. Did she
She
grow
grew
up
into
to
a
be
beautiful
attractive?
young lady.
I don't. She was like a sister to me. You know what I mean? We grew
Oh,
up
good
together.
cover.
Yeah.
Good
I
cover.
didn't do that with my sister. I can tell you that much.
Not if you were like 2, 3 years
No.
old. Okay.
You know,
sorry.
it happens when I worked in childcare.
But wait.
Wait,
Let me
he's not done.
explain.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
point
yeah.
of it
Okay,
is,
then I'll tell you.
I think that I forever sort of associated sex with like it's bad. You're fucking exploiting the woman. You know, like
Oh.
that dad
because of
coming.
that.
Yeah.
What else?
No.
No.
Like-
Childhood
like-
trauma never has anything to do with what your issues are as adults.
So
What was I thinking?
So
Huh.
it's, you sort of feel like your
Reluctance.
it has to do with like you feel like you're taking advantage of or
Yes.
or raping
Yeah.
against
Or
their
just
will.
making a girl uncomfortable, like basically eliciting the reaction that her dad had walking in.
That's absurd.
I know it's absurd, Justin.
When
but
you're dealing with like fucking like grown women who clearly know what they want,
dude, it's
and they're
something
not saying
that
no
was
to you.
burned into my very brain chemistry or my psychological matrix at
Do
a
we have
very
any
young,
psychiatrists or
impressionable
psychologists
age.
that listen?
You,
What's the difference?
how could you dismiss my
One can
story when you
prescribe
just
medication,
told
one
your
can't.
whole
Yeah,
retarded
you're right.
breast
You're
joke?
right, you're
I mean,
right.
story.
You're right. That
But
did
that
have a
one is
permanent
that I
effect.
Yeah.
get. But like the I don't know. Little
can't
kids
even
are always
validate my
messing
story.
around. That's what I was gonna say. When I worked in childcare, it was happening all the time.
What?
And like,
Would you
like,
bust little peeny?
I wouldn't bust them,
Business?
but I would say, "All right, you guys, let's go and
Put our
go to the
clothes
butt
back
corner."
on.
Like
Just
you don't want to make
full
people
on
feel
doggy
bad,
style.
but like, no,
Well,
it was
Jackie,
never
maybe
like that.
you should have made people feel bad.
Yeah.
Like I almost sounds like like in their minds you might be encouraging.
No,
like, they might be thinking, "Oh,
come
Jackie never gets
on."
mad when
Yeah.
we take our clothes off and fuck." Tommy,
No, but
who's
like kids
4?
who would masturbate during nap time, you'd have to say like,
You have to say,
"All right,
no,
How young
no,
were they?
Tommy."
This is bad.
Where- let
Jackie,
me-
no, I
would-
No,
with
I read a
one-
book. You grab it and you go,
With-
this is bad. This is a bad thing. A bad thing.
and then you hit them.
That was
Yeah.
for dogs. One kid named Eric, I would have to say, "Eric, where are your hands? Show me your hands." And he would go like this, really
Splash.
happily, no, and like wave his hands. And then 5 minutes later, his hands would be back down in his pants. Eric, show me your hands. You know, I mean,
Jesus. And how
he's
did that
just-
work for you?
he
Not
he
very
grew
well.
out of it.
How
He
about
grew out
Eric?
of it.
If you do that again, I'm
trust
gonna
me,
whip
Jackie,
you.
He didn't grow out of it.
Yeah, he's somewhere right now doing that.
He's Chris Ramonski.
Yeah. No, you need to say, look, seriously,
grew out of
stop.
it.
That's not cool.
No,
He grew
you're not
into-
supposed to make kids
Well, I
feel
mean-
bad. If they're hurting someone and they're holding down another kid, you know, of course.
then,
but if
yeah.
they're just like, "What is this?
it's
I don't know.
consensual-
What's this?"
Yeah, that's all I was doing.
Well, all
Where
I know
was
is
I?
I would have done what the dad did in your situation. I'd be like, shame beams and holy shit, this has to stop. Like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then I would think like I probably would be like, I don't want that boy over here
Yeah,
anymore.
if it was
like,
your daughter.
ever again.
No,
it-
we were like close friends of the family. I mean, it was.
Were you
Jesus
ever left alone in
Christ,
a room with
Ryan.
her again, though? I bet you
don't-
not.
I don't remember. Although
I'm gonna say
I
no.
want to say like a whisper
No.
of memory is like I remember sort of maybe feeling like weird, like it was sort of maybe joked about. Like I remember now that I think about it, there was like joked, like,
Yeah,
as a kid,
yeah.
I'm going like, oh god, I knew I did that thing. Now they're joking about it, and they know it's not like they're really trying to make me feel bad, but they're like, oh,
like, don't
Ryan,
leave Ryan alone
Yeah,
in a room with the
Ryan's a
girl.
real explorer. And I'm just like, I get it. Fair enough.
A real
Fair
explorer.
enough. You know, like.
Oh my god.
And like, but that doesn't help either. Like that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like,
For Christmas, they got you like one of those like hard hats with a light on the front.
dad gift, get it,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it, because
yeah.
what you're doing to my daughter's vagina.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Put
Good
it on
one.
and go play.
Touche.
All right, it's time in the show for Kent's Closet.
Yay!
Yeah!
Justin,
thank
can
you.
we add a little
Thank you.
door opening sound effect?
I don't have that. Sorry, Ryan.
Well, we can add it in post.
He
Wait,
needs a-
hold on.
he
Hold
needs a
for it.
song,
Hold
too.
for
Here
it.
we go.
And the door is now opening. And
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Am I late?
Perfect.
Did I miss it?
Perfect
All right.
timing.
I'm not putting that in.
Kent, can we actually build a closet in here and you can just stay in there? And then
Yeah.
whenever we're ready for you, we open the door.
Just open the door and get you out.
Sounds fun.
We'll put food in there.
So Kent is an accomplished man. Really quickly, he SpongeBob cartoon storyboard and writer. SpongeBob Adventure Time.
Mumblecore.
Fucking, he's a Mumblecore movie guy. Hannah Takes the Stairs. He
TBS
was
Movie Lounge.
TBS Movie
Rob
Lounge.
Schneider's writing partner.
Rob Schneider's
School ties.
Yeah, all that stuff. Okay, and
Did you
friends with-
hang? Did you
Friends
hang
with
out?
famous
And
people.
Sex
Did you hang out with
Maniac.
Matt Damon in School Ties?
Sure.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Baloney.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Was he nice?
Matt Damon was very nice.
Wait,
Chris O'Donnell was the nicest guy out of all those.
Who did you play in School Ties?
I played Emil.
Was it a big character? Did you have
He
lots
was
of lines?
31st in the credits. So you tell me.
That's pretty good.
Wait, did you have like lots of lines?
Yeah,
and stuff?
I had like 10 lines and then I got cut down to 5.
Were you an anti-Semite?
Yes.
Because
Do
that's what the movie's
you want to
about.
hear my lines?
Yeah.
One of my lines was, he stabbed him in the back.
Next.
And then another one was, ballots.
Nice.
And then another one was, secret ballots.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then, it's all coming back to me.
Go
And
home,
then-
Jew.
No.
Who
no.
got that line? That's a big line from the trailer.
Yeah, that was probably one of the bigger guys.
I used to love you saying that line.
Go home, Jew.
Yeah.
yeah, I still say it a lot.
I had this,
At
is
the
a-
end of every recording.
And to you.
this was my biggest. This is probably the line I'm most known for. It goes, maybe we should just go to the head and then Ben Affleck interrupts me.
Wow, that's pretty good.
The best part of School Ties is at one point, Matt Damon and Randall Battenkoff are like fighting, like pushing each other, I think. Or no, Chris O'Donnell and Matt Damon. And then in the middle, in the background, I'm sitting there and I'm drinking a Pepsi. I'm just like watching them.
Wait,
Was that an accident, or
Yeah,
did
it
they
was
tell
just-
you to do that?
No, they didn't tell me. I just did it.
How did you
It was
end up
really
in?
bad
How did you
acting.
end up in this movie?
I was trying to be an actor at New York, and
Uh-huh.
I was 19, 20, and
Hey,
I
kid, you're trying to be an actor? Come
Yeah.
here. You're
Hey,
in. You're
we
cast.
should post Kent's those headshots. Remember those pictures you brought in?
Oh
He
yeah.
was so cute.
So don't say it like that. Say it the way you usually say it.
How do I say it?
He was. Say it the way you say it normally.
So cute.
No.
Cute.
All
so
right, okay, doesn't matter.
cute.
Say it like that. Like
Oh, I thought I did.
No.
so
He was
cute.
so cute.
No,
I
okay.
don't know.
She's
okay, but
lost it.
anyways, I know I have.
Regardless, I'm not
but
cute.
You should, so we can put it on our page.
Yeah,
You've
I'll do
got
that.
to
All I know is
Okay.
I think we
Those
got
are
a new
great.
wedge for the wheel. School time stories, and that was a freebie, folks.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
even
that was a
spun the
freebie.
wheel.
And I got tons of them.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and spin the
Squeeze it
wheel
in.
here.
It's looking a little rickety. A lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, I had it
Not
out.
holding up.
I had it out over the weekend. I brought it.
We
I
were
brought it.
got a little messed up. And we were having fun
Yeah,
spinning it.
and
We
I
were making
brought-
up our own stories.
Brought it to
remember?
the park, and yeah, so it's got
Yeah.
some dirt on it, a little dusty, and some of the screws fell out, but it still works.
Yeah.
All right, it's a big wheel. I mean, I'll tell you that much.
Go
Okay,
for it.
here we
Justin.
go. Oh, jeez, it's
look
going.
at
There it goes.
Okay. Oh boy, here it is. It's going quick.
Where's it stops?
Where's it
Nobody
gonna
knows.
stop? Where's it gonna stop?
And
Oh! Sex!
sad. It's about time.
Wow, we've been
All
waiting
right.
for that.
Yeah.
Golly.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me
Is there
get
gonna be some
comfortable.
saxophone music in the background?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe there'll be some hacky 70s porn music.
La la la.
Maybe it'll just be women's orgasms.
Maybe there just won't be anything. How about
Yeah.
that?
Fine.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
Kent.
All right, this is an old one.
Oldie
good
but
one.
goodie.
Yes.
OBG.
I was having sex with John Stamos
Hey,
one night,
Well done.
and
he is Greek.
I guess he doesn't have anything to do with the story. But
Uh-huh.
okay, this was dating. I dated a girl. This was I don't know, 15 years ago,
Uh-huh.
16. When did Babe come out? The movie Babe.
Oh.
In the
Long
90s.
time ago.
90s.
Right around
Two?
when School Test came out.
No, it came out after. I think.
Did?
Anyways, I dated a girl for like a couple months, but
Uh-huh.
we went to see Babe, and then I think on our third date, we were having sex,
Uh-huh.
and
Slut.
it was going good.
Uh-huh.
Everything was great, and she had an orgasm while we
Uh-huh.
were, during
Bonus.
during
Congratulations.
intercourse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then and you know, and I was like, all right, and then she said, keep going, and I was like, okay, and then I was like, kept
Women
going.
are not like men. Go on.
Yeah, and she said, comfort me.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, huh? And I was like, what? And she's like, comfort me. And I didn't know if that because she just had an orgasm, like maybe she.
But she still wanted to have sex with you.
Yeah. She was like, keep going, comfort me.
But,
Me.
like hold
I don't know. I was like,
what does that even mean?
Yeah, and so
Was she crying?
no, but I was like, I didn't know what to do, and so I just started patting her shoulder
As you were thrusting?
Yeah, and I was like, there. What the fuck? And then she's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm comforting you. And she goes, no, I said, come for me.
Oh my God, that's fucking
That
hilarious.
is my favorite Kent's Closet story
Yeah.
ever and that ever will be. So let's just end the segment right now because
no, come on. There's gonna
that
be more.
is amazing.
That was fantastic. That was
Did she
absolutely
see you after that, or did she think it
hilarious.
was funny? Or
Yeah, we had sex again.
okay.
Yeah.
The best part of that is I did not see that coming at all.
Well, I was in
thought
my
it was some
head.
deranged
and thank
thing.
God I didn't make the joke. I was going to say, like, oh, was cum spelled Cumfort?
Yeah.
But that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that, yeah, you would have really ruined.
But I really
Yeah.
was confused. I didn't have the mental capacity to sort of go, oh, she's saying come for me.
did
Or-
you or her start laughing after that?
She did. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, what?
There.
I'm comforting you. Yeah.
This is
and
my
then,
thing, baby.
yeah.
What happened after the 2-month mark?
She came over once and saw a tissue with some lipstick on it in my bathroom, and so she knew that I was had
Cheating on
gone
her.
on another. Well, we weren't
Oh.
exclusive, but I'd gone on another date, and then she kind of called it off because she's like, "You're not serious about this," and I was like, "No, I'm not," and I wasn't. But
Well, at least you're honest.
yeah,
Then did
Good
you
for
say?
you.
Then did you say seriously comfort me?
Comfort
Because
me.
my heart is shattered.
Yeah. Now
right
I want you to comfort me. Okay.
and then I came all over. Yeah, so
She's like, what
I
are you
didn't know
doing?
which
He's like,
way.
boy, you can't do anything right.
But there's an epilogue to that story.
Oh, please.
Okay, so years later, I met John Stamos, and I
Oh,
told him
boy.
that story, and he loved it. And then once he was filming a TV movie with Carol Burnett and Walter Matthau,
Uh-huh.
and I was on set with him, John Stamos, and we were, and the four of us were just sitting there in like director's chairs, and Carol Burnett, Walter Matthau, John Stamos, and myself, and it was kind of like no one was talking, and then John said, "Hey, Ken's got a lot of funny stories. Tell the there story." And like Walter Matthau and Carol Burnett both turned around, and I was
Oh
like,
my God.
So I was trying to tell the story. I was trying to not be crude because
Yeah.
they were like
Carol Burnett.
legends,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, I was with a lady, you know.
Intimately.
So I told the whole story, and Carol Burnett like fell out of her chair, like laughing. That
Yeah.
was like highlight of my life.
Oh my
But-
God.
And Walter Matthau just kind of like
I've heard better.
he was just kind of like
I've
nod,
lived better.
Wow,
Yeah.
What were they like?
but he was like nodding and kind of like not really reacting. And
Mhm.
then this really cute PA came over and said, "Oh, Walter, they're ready for you." And he went, "There."
Oh man.
And she was like, "What?" And we were all
Oh,
laughing.
my
And he was like,
God.
"There."
Nailed it.
He's like, "I'm comforting you."
Holy
Oh my
cow.
God.
So clearly,
He's got to be
Yeah.
it was a dirty old man. Yeah.
Not a grumpy old man. You know, he, so in other words, you told the same story to
Carol Burnett and Walter Matthau.
as you did Jackie Brustrino.
As you did
and
to
Justin
our audience.
Roiland
Yes.
That's a
and Ryan Ridley.
big deal.
And, well, we know who had the
Too
better.
bad our listeners do not know who those people are. Nor do they know who John Stamos is,
Yeah.
except for the reruns on Nick at Night.
Will
I
one
think.
day, will you one day be telling the story of you telling the story to other people, like you tell the story of telling the story to us?
Maybe.
If you're lucky, Ryan. All right.
That was Kent.
You have a record tomorrow.
Yeah, Justin, you're gonna ruin your little fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna
voice.
blow my voice out for this fucking record
Oh,
tomorrow.
I thought that was the audience screaming.
No,
That was
no.
you?
That's Justin.
That was
always.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
my
set a
throat
precedent.
hurts.
I could take over next week when we tell. I can do the screaming afterwards.
Okay, cool. All
All right.
right. Well, okay. All right.
Bye,
All right,
everybody.
Drive safe.
Thank
Kent.
you.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Kent.
Bye. All right, everybody. We got a special guest on the show. Little person known as Sarah Silverman.
Yay.
Yay!
Thank
Yay! Okay.
Real
Now let's
audience.
cut the. No more
Be professional. Justin.
awkward professional. Let's make this like just four friends sitting together. Ryan, I know, has a ton of questions, right?
Well, yeah, obviously I prepared.
Always.
I didn't prepare as much, but I have a couple things I want to ask you, Sarah, but
Really?
Ryan's,
You've got questions?
Of course, I read your book.
You did?
Yeah. I say over and over again on this show, I'm the only one who's has any semblance of professionalism. I'm the only one who prepares. I'm the only one who actually wants to interview guests. And Jackie has one
true.
question for you. Ask it, Jackie. What do you ask every guest?
It's either where are you from?
Yeah.
Or what are the other ones?
Oh, other equally
Where are you
boring,
from?
mundane.
I'm from Bedford, New Hampshire. This sounds like there's three of
Yeah,
my voices.
I know.
It sounds weird. I was saying.
oh shit, I'm sorry about that. That's just a unfortunate side effect of my.
Why-
But you
equipment.
guys' voices don't sound like
Oh,
that.
really?
Only my voice
And it's
sounds
also
like
going to
that.
sound like that when we hear it in playback.
Is that true?
No, it won't. It always sounds
Oh.
like three voices.
Weird.
Though.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, trade headphones with Ryan then. Ryan.
Wait, is it
It
the
won't.
headphones?
No,
the
it won't
headphones.
change it. It won't change the way it feels.
This is like a Laurie Anderson installation.
She is a
I
New
don't know what that
York-based
means.
performance artist, I believe.
Yeah. Who is that?
Like ambient noise? Is that what she does?
No, but she's like performance artist, singer forever. She's like, she and Lou
Armstrong.
Reed are
Oh,
lovers.
Lou Reed.
Yeah.
This is the kind of song that you want to just turn off all the lights.
Lay on your back. Right?
Yeah.
And with a big needle filled with heroin.
No, but just let yourself be transported by this
where?
weird song.
Where are you transported to with that song?
No, it's a little bit like Tristeza, kind of, right?
Not
It's
that's
instrumental.
definitely not a song that you roll the windows down and get on the PCH
Yeah.
No.
for a
No.
Sunday afternoon drive.
No way.
Black as Night Room.
Yeah.
Some velvet over the wall, the windows.
And she's like, you go see her in concert, and she's just got like a computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
She-
pedals.
Have you met her? Have you ever met her?
No.
She seems like she'd be a weirdo if you met her, right?
She's a one-man band.
You don't always want to meet your.
No.
But like people who do weird stuff like that, either they're complete weirdos or they're totally normal, and you're like, what the fuck? Why? Are
Yeah,
you so
either way,
normal?
it's a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like, no affectations?
Yeah.
yeah.
You shop at IKEA?
Well, what if
the
they're
rest of us?
just the right mixture of weird and normal? Then it's good, right? That would be good.
So I read your book, as I just said, and I was the most shocked to find out on page 205, let's say.
What is
that you
going
called-
on outside? I'm sorry, but like
Fire or something.
that usually
Wait, is
never
that part of the
happens.
Laurie Anderson song?
Yeah,
Could be.
It's just melting into the. Okay, go ahead. I apologize. I just think like 10 people were shot or something.
Can people hear this? You
Oh.
think?
In
Dear
Studio
God.
Oh yeah,
City?
no, it's totally like totally. Yeah, no, it's actually a very nice, safe neighborhood I live in.
Uh-huh.
Well, I hope whatever it is that everyone involved is okay.
But I
Me
hope
too.
that the
Me
video
too.
of it is spectacular.
And I
Of
hope it
the
gets a million
disaster.
hits.
Yeah, because there's nothing better than when it's a disaster, but no one dies. You don't feel guilty. You can
Oh,
still
yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the lady who falls through the hole in the floor at the grocery store from the security
Oh,
cam. And
incredible.
You know, she was okay,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
can be.
Or
it's
the-
Hurricane
hilarious.
Katrina is another one.
Oh,
Everyone was okay,
Justin.
right?
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
body is
Oh,
floating.
I didn't.
No, Justin. Oh, Justin, that reminds me.
I'm so ignorant when it comes
Speaking
to
of which, did you vote today?
No, I didn't vote.
No, you didn't
What
vote?
a shocker.
But here's the thing, like if in order for me to vote, I would have had to drive all the way 311
Past-
miles north.
Uh-huh.
Because you couldn't change your registration
300
or anything
oh,
like
oh,
that.
God forbid. Then I'd have to do jury duty
Who'd
in
you
LA.
vote for?
No, thank you.
Did you vote?
I voted, yeah.
Did you
I don't
vote,
have my
Sarah?
sticker, though.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah. See, I forgot I was wearing this.
Nobody.
it's
I
Interesting.
randomly voted for, I voted for the governor and Prop 19. Those are the ones that I knew. And then everything else, I was like, treasurer, I'll vote for the American Independent
See, when
Party.
you don't know that, you should leave it blank.
Why?
That's what my miss. The
Because
ones I knew, and then besides that, I pretty much voted Democrat. Although there was some party that was called like the Peace and Earth Party, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
And then,
What if
but
they're really
then
evil?
there are all these judiciary things that
Yeah,
don't
yes,
say.
no, yes,
Yeah.
no.
And
Yeah.
I go,
a
I'm
whole
going to keep that
page.
blank. And then last minute, I went, this guy's Asian. He's probably a good guy. This lady's this. And I voted like totally
Just
the worst possible way to vote.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could have, I don't know who I voted for.
Yeah. No, I vote by names, for
I
sure.
voted for a lot of minorities and women.
Yeah, because you figured get
Yeah.
more of them in there.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
Win-win.
there's awful politicians in those
that are
categories, too.
minorities and women.
Let's get
That's
back
the
to me.
tricky
those are
part.
the
So
worst
many
ones.
questions.
Those are the worst ones.
Get to the book.
Okay,
All right.
so I read on page 205 of your book, I think, you say the funniest person you've ever met is Chris Romano.
Well, to that point, I hadn't met
To that point.
Hadn't met Chelsea Peretti yet.
Can I remind you of a list of people you met before that point, though?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Howard
Chris
Stern, Gary
Chris-
Shanley.
Chris Romano makes me cry with belly laughs.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you can appreciate the Mort Sauls of the world. How old am I? Am I 50? Whatever, the hoity-toity brain Eddie
Yeah.
Izzard, I don't know, like
Totally.
smarty
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But Jackass is still going to be the thing that makes you
Cry.
Romano.
tear up, and
Yeah.
that Jackass is Chris Romano. See that?
Seriously, the
misdirect?
funniest person you ever met, though? Chris Romano?
Ryan.
Don't
what
get
is
me
it?
wrong. You're a hoot and a half, Ryan.
I'm not
But
saying I
worked
am.
with him day in, day out, and he was a joy.
I think he's funny, too, but I'm just saying, like, you worked with
Jealous.
Chris Farley.
Jealous.
Like, he wasn't
Jealous,
saying
jealous,
Romano
jealous.
is
Wasn't Chris
funnier?
Farley
The
kind of
heart
sad?
wants what it wants. I mean, look. The other day, I emailed him and said, send me a picture of Hank, his 2-year-old. And I opened the email that said Hank in the subject line, and it was a picture of his balls and ass.
Yeah. And it doesn't get old?
No,
That's fucking hilarious.
does not get old. And then I forwarded that to the rest of the, group from the show I once had. And then Dan Sterling said, wow, he's grown up so much since this. And then that was a picture of what I hear now, a fake, gigantic black cock that just with cum covering a woman from like head to toe.
you think-
Just like yogurt.
Like, do you think the cum came out of that one cock? That's how...
I hope so.
I mean,
I hope so too.
Do you think, like, there was, like,
don't know
10
if you
cocks,
can
and then
have
they all, get out of
pictures.
frame, get out of frame.
Yeah, we can have pictures. We'll post it to our
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
page.
Well, I don't know if we could post this.
No, I don't think we would be allowed to.
Maybe we'll put Jackie's
Yeah,
mushroom
say
picture
it's a
photoshopped
mushroom
over
and
the
yeah,
actual
yeah.
penis.
Then we can
Yeah.
get away with it.
yeah, I'm sure with just a small black bar, you can cover this.
See.
Oh, that's my favorite photo ever.
I know. I've used it so many times, and it's so fun to just send an email and go,
Just attach that.
That's obviously liquid latex paint. That's not semen.
No, that's real. It's totally real. Why would you take away why would you ruin the
It's
magic?
not translucent. It's like just
All right.
thick white-
it's just like Elmer's glue.
It's
How could you tell from her holding it like
Yeah,
3
like-
feet away from
I
your
sent
face?
it to Dave Rath, and he sent back. He goes, "That is so fake." I'm just like, "Good for you."
All right, well, here's another
Ruining
question I
a
have.
moment.
I get,
we know that the wizard is not
Yeah.
really a giant green head. It's a tiny man
an
behind a
old
curtain.
man, yeah. So I agree with you. I don't think Lenny Bruce, he doesn't make me laugh or like, what else am I supposed to think is
He
funny?
makes me smile.
Like,
There's a lot of comedians where I go like, oh, that's so smart or that's so
Yeah.
clever. But like in terms of making your belly
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah,
nuts
yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
tears come out of your
yeah.
eyes.
Romano, Justin does that for me sometimes.
Todd Glass.
Yeah,
is also one
absolutely.
for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll take that any day, but here's what I want to talk about. So Romano used to pull his dick out in the writer's room all the time. We talked about that in the show. And then after him, a writer named Harris Whittles came on board.
Yeah, and there was overlap there, and without that overlap, I don't think Harris would have taken his
Would have learned?
penis out so much. At first, he was very shy, and like within 3 weeks, he was like making weird hamburgers out of his penis.
Oh, like Ken
That's Ken,
Osborne.
yeah.
Bless
Yeah.
you. Do you want
Wait,
some water?
You want some water?
I've actually brought some of
Nice.
That was smart. Justin never has any provisions.
But there's
Oh,
there's
thank
this, we got
Thank you, Jackie.
cupcakes.
Cup of
Hey,
water.
why don't you talk about that, Jackie? That what
Oh,
a big
yeah,
deal
yeah,
this
yeah.
is.
That was when when I came in here and there were cupcakes. I knew that this was extra special because Justin never does anything. Plus, he brought down that special chair for you.
That's-
And then I
Or
brought-
just the wood.
And then I brought down the
wood one.
house.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
You're welcome.
You're the first guest that he has ever done this.
Yeah,
for.
And we've had some
I
stars
but
in
can
here.
I just say that I
Did you
was
bring this in to look
Yeah.
at Romano's dick?
Okay, wait. That's what I would get. This is what,
Yeah.
isn't there a
It's
subtle
a giant
telescope. Yeah. For
So
all those
was
folks.
Harris as funny pulling his dick out as Chris?
You know what was funny? Well, Chris is funny in his own way, and his penis is like unusually small,
Yeah.
which makes it funnier.
Yeah.
And he, I'm from New Hampshire, and he's from New Hampshire, and that accent like goes a long way for me. And but Harris, first of all, Harris has like what looks like 4 balls, so that's funny.
It's like peanut-shaped balls.
Is it
like they kinda
very
have-
a lot of hair?
Does he maybe?
Like clumps?
It's not like
No,
testicular
it's
cancer,
like
is it?
inside his
It's not like
scrotum,
giant.
it looks like there's 4 balls. I have a picture.
Isn't
that's
that
what
a
I was just
medical?
gonna ask you. I
Isn't that
wanna
a
see
tumor?
it.
Aren't those? Couldn't those be tumors?
Maybe.
Oh no, Justin!
I'm just saying. I mean,
all this time
But-
he's had cancer.
Harris would.
Oh, the irony.
Well, here's the difference.
Yeah.
Chris would take his penis out and like goof around, and then finally I would have to say, we have to fucking write something. And, if don't pitch it if we can't really use it on television,
Yeah.
And then he'd buckle down and like shit out like 3 great ideas. Harris really was a help in that he wouldn't take his penis out, but then when we were all sitting around and just no one could think of anything good, he'd just pull down his pants and underwear to just kind of like reset the room. You know what I mean?
But the thing about Harris' penis,
It's a good palate
it's
cleanser.
like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like ginger when you're eating sushi.
Sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or like a.
But
never mind.
I saw that video you made for Rob's birthday party where Harris was over you. The thing that disturbed me about that is Harris's penis is too big.
Harris has exactly. He has a healthy sized penis.
So it's like,
but it's not sexy. It's like Jewy. It's like a chubby penis.
Yeah.
It's like a fat penis. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's an
yeah.
overweight
I know-
penis.
I know
it's not
exactly.
like a big dick. It's like a pudgy, like putsy penis.
yeah.
It made me
Those are my
uncomfortable.
favorite.
But he also slaps it around a little before.
oh, he gets it
yeah,
puffed
Gets a
up.
little semi.
Romano does the opposite. He
Hard.
ices it before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Romano like doesn't want it. He wants it as close to inside him as possible. He dies for his art.
Yeah, Romano has this funnier
Okay,
penis.
I have a question just to keep things moving along. So you mentioned for a second that you did have a show. Obviously, I know. I was on a few episodes.
Oh, who was he?
I was a little guy on there.
Blonde
Craig.
Why didn't we just
I don't
call
know.
you Justin?
I don't know. It was. I think it's funny, but so I'm curious. Like Ryan had some questions about it, and I'm curious too. And some of the listeners had questions about it, and I'm sure it's in the book, which he read cover to cover.
Yep.
But like just in regards to the fact that it's canceled, and it sort of had, you guys had that rocky like negotiation for the very last like season. Like, are you bummed out? Would you be doing it again if you could? I mean.
I think we'd all be doing it if they picked it up. Like, we finished shooting and now
With
they're
relish.
picking it up so
Boom.
we can
Yeah.
write again, But it was just like, I think we were all, even before the last season, we had all figured it was canceled and had like moved on in our heads. And then when it wasn't canceled and we had all that like stuff go on, and we ended up coming back. We had to like get our heads back in it, and then we were like, then we loved it again. You know, we were all back together. Everybody came back, the whole crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone was home again. Like it was so fun, and even though so much time had passed, it had become much more of like an well-oiled machine. Like we made every day, and there wasn't as much panic, and it was fun. You know?
Yeah.
And but you know, now I feel like we're kind of done being treated that way.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and like you know, it's like when the Comedy Central called and said we were canceled. I mean, it was not a surprise. It had been months. Like we already knew we were canceled.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, I hope that you'll consider working with us again. And I was like, I can't imagine that ever happening.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? I was like, really? Yeah. Are you serious?
Well, they're
No
whitewashing.
offense, you know, but it's just like, it was the greatest experience. And then in that side of it, it was just so totally unpleasant. And then like, this was our last chance. Like we made another season and we were so psyched about it. And it got super shitty ratings, like the first 2 episodes. And then right after the second episode got bad ratings, they just, they replaced all our reruns with other programming. We just felt like they hated us. And, you know, like...
Would you tell them that? I mean, while the show is still on, would you ever want to just get on the phone to somebody and be like this?
Why do you hate
doing?
us?
I remember, like, we weren't picked up for the 3rd season at all, and it had been 6 months since we had aired. And finally, I just was like, I emailed Doug Herzog, and he right away, like, we
He's the president
scheduled a
of Comedy
lunch.
Central?
The president of Comedy Central.
Yeah.
So I have lunch with him, and I just go like, just cancel us. Like, don't, please.
Just break
you know, like
up
you're
with us.
killing
Yeah.
us all,
Yeah.
you know, our spirit. And he's like, we have no plan of canceling you. Your show is a priority. And I was like, then why didn't you pick us up?
Yeah.
Or
Show, don't
why
tell.
didn't you immediately like order scripts so we could be writing? I'm like losing writers. You
At
know?
the lunch, did Doug Herzog
And
whip
he
his
goes-
dick out? And
He goes, and he's
I
like
heard
a
you-
nice
this is
guy.
funny.
Look, everybody there's a nice guy.
course.
Sure,
but as
sure.
a faceless corporation, they're garbage.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, I wasn't
Secret
aware you
girlfriend.
weren't picked up. And I go, well, you should be because you're the president of the network. And then I got home and we were picked up, but for like a very small, like a huge budget cut.
yeah.
But I remember saying to him, I go like, Doug, I know you're hot shit because you're the president of this network and you're the president of Spike, but like I'm hot shit too, you know? And if you pick us up, you have to show up on the set at least once during our season. At least just for like morale
Yeah.
or something, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, of course. And then he never showed up, not one
Oh.
time.
What set is he showing up to then? What
I
set
don't
is
know.
Secret girlfriend.
Yeah, Secret Girlfriend, the Krav
Season
Maga
one.
Dune or
What
whatever
other
that show
shows
was.
are on Comedy Central right now?
Well,
that are
I mean,
super
I think
successful?
there's 3 shows. There's you know, Colbert, Jon Stewart,
Oh, of course,
and
like-
South
Park.
Park. And
Of
I think
course.
Tosh Point or whatever. But
Is doing well.
what does well are shows that are on every day or are about the topics of the week or the topics of the day. They don't have replay. They don't have rerun value, but they will always get the highest ratings, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if they want ratings, they should do something live that has voting or something, you know? But I mean, until all that stuff matches the way people watch TV, it's like a crapshoot. So you might
Yeah.
as well like go with like actually have a creative vision while running a network if that's possible.
Yeah, that's old timey talk.
It seems
They
that
don't do that
everybody has a
anymore.
bad experience who has their own show. Like
But
I know
at the
I've
same
never-
time, I got to do 3 seasons of the show
True,
that like I
true.
love so much,
Yeah.
and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't get to do it, you know. But now I like think about what to do next, and what keeps coming into my head is like get at my own web page and put it on there
Yeah.
and like
Do your own.
do it myself and
Fuck
do
yeah.
anything I want. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's-
love the internet. I love the freedom that.
Hey,
anyone
I
can
do too.
anything.
That's something you and I have in common.
I know that's
We're the
corny,
only
whatever.
one.
No,
We're the only one.
No, look-
No, I'm sorry. I don't
I agree with that sentiment.
No,
Justin,
now I feel stupid.
yeah, Justin,
you
why are you
fucking
shaming
idiot.
her with your satire, your attempted satire?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood in here.
No, the thing is,
you need to pull your pants
we
down.
do this show.
I'm just kidding.
We do this show, and we have a nice sized audience. And, you know, it's so cool. No one gets to come in here. We don't have a producer telling
Yeah,
us.
we just
I
do what we
know.
want to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy up in here.
And we've
I
got
tell
lots
ya.
of 12-year-olds that eat it up.
They love us.
Like,
And in
remember
6
this
years-
term?
Oh.
Garage band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in a garage.
That's us. Except for it looks more
That's
like a
what
toy
it
store.
is, though, you know.
Well, that's it. Wait, I want to say because that's the thing. You got like the pinnacle of everyone who. Is that still because of Justin's comment?
Oh,
No.
no.
You
You
got
can
the pinnacle.
come and punch me in the face next time.
And you
Like, am
should.
I not hip? Am I old? Am I old? I'm only a few
No,
years
you're
old.
No,
very
stop
hip. You're very hip.
Stop. It's funny, if they had just given you guys the money I got for those cartoons, you probably would have been able to make a whole season.
Is that true?
Yeah, we got
Wait,
a
you
got
got
paid
good
a
money?
lot
Are
of
you saying?
money.
Are you bragging
Really?
about
A
me?
lot of money.
yeah, we got a good butt. I was blown away. Like
$1 million.
No, stop it. I sent in my fucking pie in the sky dream number, and they were like, okay.
How much?
I was like,
Why don't you
They're
say?
like,
How
Why
much?
don't you
How
tell
much
us?
an
Tell us.
episode?
You've already
How
built it up.
much an
Tell us.
episode?
Come on, let's
How
wait,
much
Sarah.
an episode?
Sarah, you
How
write
much
your
an
number,
episode?
and
How
he'll write
much?
his number. You
Okay.
write your number per episode on a piece of paper. He'll write his number, and then you
We had $1
slide.
million.
okay, no. I mean, listen, it wasn't
He had
that much.
1.2.
I'd have to sit here and do the math because it was
I heard
everybody's
they
rate.
took money from your budget to finance his cartoon.
Honestly,
Good, I
it
hope
was
they
it was
did.
a lot.
And how much did you pay Savan, the animator? 60.
No, they all got
I've
paid
heard
a lot.
stories.
Everyone
Uh-huh,
got paid. I
sure.
paid.
I
him-
heard you didn't pay anybody.
I got paid
actually.
the most.
I heard you didn't pay
For what,
anybody.
Justin? Playing fucking video games in there while they slaved away? Anyway,
It
So-
would be weird if he wasn't paid the most.
Yeah, come on, give me a break, Ryan. I was
maybe
the
if he did the most
I was
work,
the
it
I
would
was
make
the
sense.
artiste. I was the.
The visionary.
All right, listen. You wanted to ask her something
Yeah,
else.
because okay, you got the pinnacle of what anyone wants when they start off a career in show business or comedy. You got your own show, and then
That's
it
what
gets
I
canceled.
want.
Start
Sarah.
off.
That's what I
Huh?
want. No, I know. He doesn't mean it like that. He just means that you got.
No, the opposite. You got it after years.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Years.
She was on
You
SNL,
got it
remember?
in 2006.
Come on, keep it down.
You got it in 2006, I believe. You try to mess with that one. Try to spin it. But the point is, you got it when you're still young and still early in your career. Like what do you think after that? Like, what the fuck do I do next? Like,
Is it all done?
You got your
Do you think like,
Seinfeld-
well, that's it?
yeah.
I
Time
did
it
it.
back it in.
Loaded
No, I got a
question?
lot of ideas. I got a lot of ideas.
Such as.
You just don't worry about it. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm writing a movie with a very hot writer-director right now.
Who? Justin Roiland?
Yeah.
I remember my agent goes, "You've got to do, if only." He goes, "Read to be the friend in this movie, whatever." And I go, "I don't want to be in that movie. It's dumb." And I don't want to say this. I'll just make up the details. And he's like, "It helps if I can tell people Sarah's working on a movie with Reese Witherspoon right now." And I go, "Tell people I'm working on a movie with Reese Witherspoon right now. Why do I have to actually do it? What is no one's ever going to call you on that or remember when it comes out that I'm not in it. Please do that. Tell them I'm doing a movie with Jack Nicholson right now that I wrote and I'm directing. I mean, who gives a shit?
Yeah. That helps
the
you get
worst.
parts.
That's all that matters. Like,
Yeah.
just do that part. But don't make me be like, "But he loves you." Yes, she will go on that date with you. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
rather
the
do
worst.
stand up.
Well, let me ask you a question because getting back to sort of the idea of what you're doing after the show that Ryan so awkwardly and clumsily asked and
What?
brought
That was
up.
pretty
Way to go,
eloquently.
loser.
Smooth, actually.
He's
All right.
nervous.
No, I'm not.
He is.
Yeah, let's just throw all the apples on the table. Ryan's a little nervous.
Why?
too loud?
You
First of
know
all,
me.
First of all, I'm not nervous. They're projecting. Do I seem
No.
nervous?
You've never flubbed up an interview like
Hold on,
this.
wait. I want to.
Really?
Ever.
So you think I've done great in the past with my interviewing skills, huh,
Look how
Jackie?
dainty your
Defensive?
hands got.
I'm feeling. See, this is you see me getting riled up at Jackie now. I've been activated.
They've flowed more. I think.
So you are.
Riled up with Jackie. That's the 5-minute post show.
Love it. The wrap up.
So Justin, why don't you ask?
Okay, so no, I
Sarah
have a
your
question.
one question you actually researched.
I have
for.
a question I've studied
I
up
read
on.
the fucking book. Spent 5 minutes on.
And I've got a real doozy.
Yeah.
So you're doing movies, and you just did a movie called, I can't remember, sorry, forgive me, Ryan.
Take this waltz.
Yeah, there you go, where you get completely naked, right? I don't know anything other than that. What the fuck was that like, and what kind of naked? Like, you're completely naked?
I'll tell you a funny exclusive.
All right.
Hooray! Exclusive!
Play it. Yeah.
Sorry, that's...
Wait till it dies down before you start the exclusive.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Exclusives make them fart. No, I don't know if it's maybe I've told somebody. I don't think so because it's
Not in
Here,
a
get on,
podcast.
scoot up onto the
so
mic.
it's
There you go.
completely not sexy at all. And except for, Michelle Williams is also completely naked.
She's done
Who's
that a
who's
lot
that?
before,
Who's Michelle
right?
Yeah,
Williams.
she's comfortable with her body, and
Who is she?
her body is so cute and perfect. And
Can you give me a date with her then?
totally, yeah. Oh my God, she was like, "Do you know anyone that works out of his garage?"
And you're like, not right now. And then all of a sudden,
Well, call her
Ask
up.
me in a month.
I just don't know who she is, but if she's got a good body, you know,
She's
give me a call.
stunningly
She's
beautiful.
Dawson's
She's
Creek.
playing Marilyn Monroe now in some big movie.
Oh, geez.
is that
well,
good enough for you, Justin?
It'll have to do.
It's like her
you wouldn't
agent.
like her. They call her the Mazzy star of actors.
Thank you. I would like her then. Okay.
Okay, so we're just took a swimming jazzercise kind of class at the YMCA or the YWCA kind of thing, and now we're in the showers. And we're just, Sarah Polly directed it and she wrote it, and she's so cool and awesome. And I just felt like I was lucky to even be asked to be in the movie, so I just said yes to whatever she wanted me to do. I was not gonna say no.
It's not one of
weird
those lame things you're. Yeah,
stipulations.
the Reese Witherspoon movie. It's not lame.
But I know that I will be totally horrified when it comes out, and I might even cry because it's
not like a polished up
it's
sexy
not like a
nude scene.
well lit sexy. I know good angles and stuff, but this is like, and also between just all of us and the 12-year-old boys that listen
and girls.
I haven't seen enough other vaginas to know, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like my vagina's like lippy.
What do you mean lippy?
I just feel like it's like
that?
Like in porn movies, you never see the girls' lips.
Sure.
They're
Well,
like flat to their body.
Yeah.
Well,
like
I
if
don't
they're
know.
standing, but I feel like unless I'm standing really straight, you can see a little, the chin,
hang down?
Peter Griffin's chin.
Yes. Oh, like a camel toe type of thing.
I mean, yeah, but if you're not wearing clothes, it's not a camel.
Oh, I
Well, I
see.
guess it is. Yeah.
It's more like Admiral Akbar's
it's not crazy,
dangling.
but I think it's normal, but I don't know because I haven't seen
now I'm
other.
curious.
Wait,
I mean, I think my sister's is that
Now
way,
I
but
wanna
she's my
know.
sister. I'll show it to you just to, if I could see yours, just to see. But
Just to compare?
Michelle said the same thing when I said something to her, and she's like, "Me too." But then I looked at her vagina.
Yeah,
and
it's tucked up in there.
you don't see anything. I don't know if she was wearing a vagina wig or what, but it looked perfect. You didn't see anything coming out.
Michael's vagina wigs.
But I'm just Michael's vagina wig.
Come on down. We've got.
I just said to myself, my body, if my body was another woman's body, I'd be like, your body's beautiful. It's natural. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever.
All that BS there,
But
everybody.
so I was trying to just be confident in that way. But first of all, I woke up in the morning and I took a hot bath. This was the day I wanted to get a really good shave, my legs and everything. And then I get to my vagina and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just trim on the corners. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. Should never have tried to manicure the top because that went lower. Started too
haircut.
low. I feel.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I had a weird
Was it like a
pubic
the
mound.
line? Did you get that even?
Get
Was
on
it like your
mic.
was it like your eyebrows when you start plucking and then
I
it
have a
goes
natural,
like
which the one of 2 times I ever got waxed, the lady told me I have a natural heart shape, but this was not there anymore. I shouldn't have touched it.
Wait, you're saying you shaved your mons pubis down really low?
I shaved it.
Pubis?
Yeah,
Mons pubis.
That's
Jesus
right, Ryan.
Christ, Ryan.
Now I like where it's at. I wish I could, but whatever. So that's not even the story. So I shaved it too much. I just got too, and then evening it, and then it just was a disaster. So I'm like, ugh. So then we go to shoot. And when you're actually shooting it, it's not that bad because you're kind of all in it. There's 3 of us girls. We're all in it together.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of women, all older women, all shaped
All
all
nude.
sizes.
okay.
All nude. What's the scene?
So it's like a bath-
We're at the Y
Yeah,
showering
Oh, I
and
thought- yeah.
freaking out ugh, this is what we're going to turn into at the other one. And meanwhile, I felt like one of them. So it's a closed set. whatever that means. I mean, the cameraman's a guy. and
Yeah.
all the
As
cameramen
close
are
as they can
guys.
make
And he's
it.
got a
But
boner.
as close as they can make it, no. And
No.
It's so not sexual. So then, so I said to Sarah Polly, the director, I said, be honest with me. Really, really look at the monitor like as if I'm you, like what you would want to know, to change or shift or whatever. And she's like, okay. So we do the first thing. And here's another thing. The other two girls have no lines. I have all the lines.
Oh my God.
I mean, I think Michelle says like, what? Or something like that. I have like 2 paragraphs of lines.
No.
So all the attention.
And I have to be like my foot up on a stool shaving my legs.
Holy
this is great.
shit.
So, but once I start acting, and I don't know if this is what good actors do or not, and I don't think, but like I just forget everything. Like I'm not thinking about my body or my whatever, and I don't want to look self-conscious because you're supposed to be letting it all hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. So people are gonna find me so disgusting now.
No
but,
way.
Okay.
No.
You're my hero now. When you said
So
that,
we do the first take, and Sarah Polly comes over to me, and she's so special. She's like super funny, just so talented. She's just like the real thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, she comes over, and you can tell she's trying to be sensitive, and she's thinking about how to word this, and she goes, and she's kind of whispering, when a director's talking close up to the actor. When you are shaving your left leg, we're seeing a lot of lips. We're seeing a lot of lip. And I grabbed her shoulders like to keep from collapsing.
Oh my God.
I couldn't, it suddenly became very real what was happening.
Yeah.
That in a movie that was not a porn movie, I'm being told that they're seeing my vagina lips. My vagina lips.
Yeah.
That's something that you save for your wedding day or something.
Yeah. I'm seeing a
Too
lot of
much.
lip.
Too
over
much
here.
lip.
Wife.
So I'm hoping, I know that she's editing it now, and she's like, oh, I have to cut out like an hour, and I'm like, oh,
Please cut
I have
That
a perfect
scene.
place.
Well, hold on. I mean,
Why are they shooting your vagina in this movie, though?
She just wants one wide shot of all three, of all the women naked, and then she'll go in for,
yeah.
the body of the thing. But
Sarah-
you're so
They're gonna-
vulnerable. I don't know how you.
so
Jackie, come on,
vulnerable.
you do it.
So
No, I'd be-
vulnerable.
If I knew
just
if
say
it was
one
gonna be
thing?
on the
Do you
big
think it's-
screen.
Do you
That's
think it's at
crazy.
all karma for all the times that you described other women's as floppity and flippity?
Yeah, but when I say somebody has a flabbity, I guess I never say it about someone specific, but I mean, that's not fictional, but I did say it, I think, about like B. Arthur or something. May she rest in
Yeah,
peace.
well, she is resting in peace now.
Oh, and I remember one time at one of these roasts. Oh, it was the roast of Hugh Hefner. Blondie, Debbie Harry, who's I loved
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
But you're writing roast jokes. They have to be jokes that
Yeah.
are roast jokes
Yeah.
that are mean. Like you. But I heard this upset her and I bummed her out. But I said Blondie, or I don't remember now. I don't remember the joke. But I said something about her or her bush. Grayy or something like that. I can't remember the joke now, so it's not even funny. Jeff Ross had the best one. He goes, because she sang and she was a little like rough, and then he goes, give it up for Debbie Harry. Come on, you guys, she lost her voice in 1985.
oh
but
my
she's
God.
awesome. But you have to make jokes about that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Well, that's the whole
Ooh,
point. Yeah, because if
man.
you didn't, then it's like,
Yeah.
it's a regular
What's the
award
point?
show where everyone's pretending that people aren't all
I think they need
fucked up
cameras
and-
backstage and in the faces of the people who are upset. Like Debbie Harry. Like, well, how'd you think of that? What'd you think of that? She's like, I didn't like
Well,
it.
have you ever made a roast joke that you felt really bad about afterwards?
I remember one time, a long time ago, it was like a MTV roast of like Carson Daly or something. And I said something like that Jennifer Love Hewitt was a triple threat. She can't sing, she can't act, she can't, something like that. But it was just I wouldn't normally, that's such an innocuous joke in terms of a roast, but she seems like such a nice girl, I felt like, oh, not really.
Yeah.
But I guess not really. I don't know.
She's actually not that nice. I've heard she's kind of a monster.
Yeah.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, true.
I worked with her once, and she was super nice.
Yeah.
It's just an act.
I'm a
an act.
PA on the
Yeah.
set of The Ghost Whisperer, and she's
Oh,
a
you
nightmare.
are.
No, I'm kidding. My sister loves her. I'm just
Actually,
What, your sister knows her?
no loves her.
Does she love her enough to know that her friends call her love?
Oh,
Yeah.
she calls
Oh,
her
yeah.
love.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
sister will show up at her house.
Yeah, with
What?
a knife. With
yeah,
a knife.
Yeah. No, Justin, you know you don't even have to make a joke. That's true. She'll show up at her house.
What?
Oh yeah, ask her about it. Anyway, moving
sister-
on. This isn't about your sister.
On a regular basis.
So yeah,
I feel like we're getting off the topic of
no,
me.
I've got the topic. I can get the topic because I read the book. So this organic.
Oh, yeah, great.
Did you
Tell
like
me
it?
how. Yeah. Of course, I read it in 24 hours.
All right, go ahead, Ryan.
I started yesterday and I read it. I finished it today, like just as I was driving.
Go ahead, Ryan. Let's hear it.
Well, so Jackie, tell me how smooth this is. So,
Okay.
in your book, that's the thing is there's two big things that tie into this. There's the thing where you made the chink joke, and I'll say it, the chink joke, without any context on Conan in 2001, and that guy who's the head of the Asian and media.
Guy Aoki.
Yeah, and that pissed me off.
What?
Well, 'cause she makes this joke on Conan in 2001, and then this guy Aoki, who's the head of the Asians in television media,
Yeah.
And which is
watchdog
a
group.
made-up organization that he made
Okay.
up. He
Yeah.
lives. He's like a shut-in
Yeah.
whose dad created Benihana's.
Oh, are
Oh,
you serious? Wait a minute, he's related to the Devin Aoki, the
Yes,
DJ,
his
and the
sister-
model actress.
Yeah.
What?
It's like the Ronsons had one bad egg. Like if the Ronsons had like a Jerry Ronson who like has a weird soft
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jerry Ronson.
Oh my god!
Hey,
Are you serious?
hey, can I sleep on
thought
your
that
couch?
when I read that, I'm like, oh, it's the name of those people. But I just thought, like, it's a coincidence. So this was his way to make a mark because his sister is a model.
Yeah,
And
and
his
it's like
brother
it's
was a
totally
DJ.
like the guy who becomes a cop so he can like fucking kick ass like he needs to or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But it's like he's fighting totally the wrong fight, like going after comedy. Like there's so many great. He could be doing great work, but
Yeah.
he like has
Yeah.
to stick to his guns so bad without being actually having conversations or being open minded or like.
What did he do?
He dies on all the wrong hills.
I wanna know what he did, though.
Yeah, he complained or
He did what,
he made
Ryan?
a stink
Well,
because
Way
she
to
said
fucking
a
blow
chink
it.
joke.
What did he do, Ryan?
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Go
it
ahead.
wasn't a chink joke, by the way. It was a not a racist joke.
Of
by any
course.
means.
Of
Wait, what is
course,
the joke?
But everyone, it's the.
I thought
such
it was a
old-
racist joke.
Okay, tell the old joke. It's
That's
old.
the problem, Jackie. That's the whole problem.
What?
Is it's not a racist joke. It just happens to have a racist buzzword that makes
right.
people go racism,
Yeah,
racism.
Ryan,
Yeah.
let's hear it. She's gonna tell us
All
a
right.
joke.
Okay,
It's an
right?
old joke. It's an old
I'm
joke.
not even gonna remember. It was basically like, oh, I got a jury duty notice, and I didn't want to do it, but my friend said, if you write something racist on it, then they won't use you. Write like I hate chinks or something. And
Yeah.
I was like, I want to get out of jury duty, but not that bad. I don't want to seem racist. So I filled out the form and I wrote, I love chinks or something like that.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm
the joke.
the idiot. It's
Yeah.
about racism, whatever,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. But what I learned from that is it's dumb to defend your own joke. Just like let him, let
then,
people
yeah.
be upset or how, comedy is subjective and they can, appreciate it any way they want. But
So this guy came
Where did
after
this
you.
end up? But he tried to.
at the time, unfortunately, at the time, Conan was doing all this press for a reality show he was producing called Lost before
I remember that.
Lost.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so everyone was asking, took over kind of the press he did for that, and he had to, it forced him to respond. So he was like, well, if we, I would have dropped the audio if we had done it again or whatever. And then I got mad at him for saying that and not sticking up for me. And then he called me like at home and was really awesome. I love him.
Yeah.
But then, NBC vowed to never air it again. I mean, you can't find
So
it anywhere. It
horrifying.
doesn't exist.
It's so horrifying. I mean,
And,
God.
But it's like, God forbid you just go like, no, this is not a racist joke. We're
Fucking
not.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: if that episode made a million, got like a zillion viewers and sold a lot of soap, they would have no problem with it.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
And it's one guy, the son of fucking Benihana.
The squeaky
who
wheel,
had
Ryan.
All this power.
And he has a lot of, he had a lot of, and his email address was on his website, so I wrote him this like heartfelt letter at the very beginning, like
in
the
the
day
book.
it happened, and it was just like a sincere letter,
Yeah.
and he took my email and gave it to all his followers, and
Yeah.
I just got hate, just days and days and days of
What
hate
a
mail.
fucking asshole.
And this is a testament to how fucking lazy I am. That's still my email address. Like, I just waited it out.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Do you still get the occasional "fuck you"?
Because no one can find the clip, so they're not gonna
Sure.
your ire isn't gonna be raised.
Yeah, it's
but
great actually that they took the clip off.
the thing is though is now it's like it's such bullshit because it's like the same issues happening with that Ron Howard movie, The Dilemma, where there's the joke where Vince Vaughn says electric cars are
Pick
gay.
your battles.
Yeah, it's fucking so. It's like it's not homophobic. It's not gay bashing. It's a joke about. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. I mean, it doesn't look hilarious, but But
Say
I
it on
defend
mic.
it. I mean, like it's people the community, which I include myself in, we're pro-gay equal rights community. It needs to pick their battles because it's gonna thin out, all the important things,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, look, that's not gonna hurt. I don't feel like that's gonna hurt anyone. And I guess they're out to make the word gay just taboo
Yes.
in general, but
Like
I
the
kind of feel like
N-word, like
Yes.
after Michael Richards.
Like there's commercials. I've been watching a lot of Degrassi, The Next Generation on Teen Nick, and there's commercials that they run constantly where it's like this sort of like Valley girl, and she's like trying on a blouse or something, and she's like, "It looks so gay on me," and then the tagline is, "When you say that's so gay, do you know what you're really saying?"
But I know it's hard because, like, I grew up in the
True
Boston
story.
area, and it was like gay just was like, gay is originally joyful or
Yeah,
whatever.
yes.
And then so that's already just to use gay meaning homosexual is insulting because it comes from a word that means like
Happy.
fancy free or something.
Yeah.
So like
Flamboyant, happy.
it's weird that they want it. I don't know why I'm saying they or whatever, but I mean, I guess we're like the old people who are going, hey, when I say colored people, I'm not saying a bad thing. That's
Maybe
what we
you're
call
right.
black
Maybe
people.
you're
You know
right.
what?
But
so I see
Maybe
both
you're right.
sides.
But okay, but for the person that's just saying that's so gay on the street, maybe. But if it's a joke, it's not because you don't realize what am I saying wrong when I say chink or whatever.
Or even
gay.
furthermore, if it's a
because
character-
in
Yeah,
context.
that was purposely. I was trying to say the worst, most racist word I could say, and they would not let me say nigger.
Who?
Which was what
Neither will we,
Which is
so-
what the joke was originally. The jury did, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
So then it's negotiating with the guy, the segment producer, and I go, he goes, how about dirty Jew? And I go, yeah, that's perfect. And then I go, you know what? It doesn't work because I'm Jewish and it's like not hard enough.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's normally it's great, but it's like it needs to be something ignorant that I'm not,
Yeah.
winking with.
Jackie likes that. No, Jackie likes dirty Jew.
So then
she
I
thinks that you should
go,
have.
I go chink, and he goes, no. He goes, how about spick? And I go, okay. And then I go, wait a minute. I can say spick, but I can't say chink.
Yeah, what the hell?
You're the.
How is that
yeah.
reasoning? I
Yeah.
go, look, I'm going to say chink only because of all of them. It's got the CH, it's got the hard K, it's a good comedy word.
Yeah.
And it's terrible,
Yeah.
I mean, it's racist.
That's what it is. At the end of the day, it comes down to like the rhythm of the word. That's
Yeah.
funnier than, and that's what it is. It's the language, how it sounds, not, oh my God, she really hates Chinese people.
Well,
I
really
mean,
quick-
if the derogatory word for Jew was zagnut, I'd be saying it all day long.
Sure.
Wait a
yeah.
minute, that reminds me real quick. Did the editor really want you to call your book The Kike Runner?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, the stuff I pitched was like, oh, they'll never sell it. It's like, not only is it awful and totally insulting,
Yeah.
but it's the most insulting thing is that it's a takeoff of a title from like 5
Yeah.
years ago.
Was this guy Jewish, obviously?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can get away with it.
Yeah. No, he was German. And his grandfather was in World War II killing Jews.
But don't let that.
He doesn't
think
say
that-
Jew even, he says Juden. He just
Juden?
thinks it's Juden. Juden.
The Kike Runner, that's fucking awful.
I know.
It doesn't even make any
well,
sense.
I kind of like it.
Can I ask what happened to the Aoki guy? I know we're going back, but like, did it just go away? Did he just disappear?
I
And
made a
does everyone know
terrible
he's a
decision of
failure?
going on politically incorrect with him.
With him.
No.
Where we were both
Yeah.
on it, thinking I was doing the right thing, but now as I've grown older and I understand things more, it's like there's nothing less funny than defending a joke. Not only that, but I just went by myself. I think like Brian Posehn and Doug Benson hung out stoned in the green room, but like I didn't have any friends in the audience. He brought 60 people.
Oh, no.
And then on top of it, they made me repeat the joke because they couldn't play it because NBC had destroyed it.
Oh, my God. Horrible.
So I just bombed. I mean, it was just like awful.
And that's the thing is, if you could have said it really funny with great timing and confidence, it would have been fine. But it's like they were just sitting there, like
and
waiting.
they're just waiting to say boo.
Projecting. Yeah.
Did you ever get to tell him, like, I know why you're doing this. It's because you're a failure. Your brother's famous. Your sister's famous. Is he ugly?
But he's clearly dressing from the best time in his life. Like,
90s?
Probably like 80s or something. He's got like a super soft hair mustache and like wears like blousey, kind of. No, he dresses fine, I guess.
Did you say that to him, what Jackie said?
No, I never. I didn't see him in the green room. We were like kept separate. And then afterwards, I was so mad. I was afraid I would like punch him or something.
You still have his email.
But I also, there's a part of me that feels bad for him.
We should post his email.
Will you email him now?
And I also have to acknowledge the fact that it completely took my career to another level.
In a good way, obviously.
Ultimately.
Yeah. What year was this? When was this? I'm sorry.
2001.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were in
I was
freshman in high school.
I was just born. I was a newborn.
That was a pretty big event in 2001. Pretty.
Yeah, it was like the biggest thing in 2001 that I can think of.
I want to ask Sarah really quick if she thinks Ryan Ridley is attractive.
Careful how you answer this.
I do. I always have.
All right.
Why?
Now,
Wow.
who is more attractive, me or Ryan? Be honest.
Taking like whole
Yeah, whole
personality
picture, whole
into
picture.
account,
Oh,
whole
no,
picture.
don't. Okay,
Yeah, whole
fine.
picture.
The whole
whole
personality
picture.
that you know him more.
Yeah, no,
so.
I know Justin more than I know. I really
No,
don't know
but,
you.
But just go
You
ahead.
don't know
Let us hear it. This is for you, Jackie.
It's a little 6 in 1. I mean, I think of you as, I don't know how old you guys are, compared to each other, but I think of you as like a more of like a baby more. Like
Sure.
I think of you as young.
Yeah. I'm 30,
Arrested
but
Development.
okay. All right.
But
And you
Social
seem
maturity of
like
a 19-year-old.
a little bit more together.
Okay.
But when I say
okay.
together,
No,
I mean you like create shows and are incredible, and anything
You're
you do is so
absolutely correct.
great.
You're absolutely
So
correct.
in that way, you produce.
Sure, yeah,
But
yeah.
you're also just
Both
kind
good
of
and
like
bad.
this garage is filled with toys
Yeah.
that have not been unwrapped and that are preserved for resale
And that's
value,
a
but you'll
turn-off.
never sell them.
And that's
You'll
a
never
turn-off.
sell them.
I
admit
won't.
it.
It's I mean, it's not what I'm looking for.
Sure. Well, we're not. This isn't about that. This is just.
But I don't
they're
see.
both gonna
I don't.
ask you out.
That said, I don't see Ryan lighting the world on fire either.
With what? With what?
I just don't know you. I mean, I
wrote
don't know. I'm
the
sure you have a
second
lot going
season
on.
finale of Blue Mountain State.
All right. Okay. All
God.
right. Well, listen.
They're
from
both gonna try to ask
Answer
you
the
out when
question.
this
We
is
need a
over.
definitive.
No, I'm
we
dating
need-
somebody, Jackie.
I am too.
So uncomfortable.
I'm dating someone too. That's not what this is
No,
about.
Oh
Justin-
wait, who are you dating? You're dating somebody's sister or something.
His sister. He's
No.
practically.
Wait.
No, that was
Or
Three
someone's
girlfriends
dating
ago.
your sister. Oh wait,
Yeah, maybe.
Someone's
That's
doing
probably
something to
true.
his sister.
who's the girl now?
I'm dating a
I'm
girl.
sorry to hear
I
about
guarantee
what
you don't. Oh, yeah.
What is that reference to?
That's reference to my ex-girlfriend leaving me for
Oh.
one of my best friends.
Oh, a year ago?
No, it was about 8
Don't you
months
think
ago.
you should let it go?
It's hard. I was with her for like 4 years or whatever, close to 4
He
years.
brought her into this circle,
And she took the circle.
and he can take her out of it.
No, I couldn't actually.
No.
I sort of
You have to let her go.
I sort of walked out of the circle myself.
Rejection is God's protection, but
think so,
God
yeah.
also doesn't exist.
Yeah, so yeah.
That sounds like a rationalization.
I mean, there's some sort of entity that exists, but no, whatever. Anyways,
why are you bringing this up?
I want to know because
I
Jackie
want to know.
Jackie seems to think that what's the whole this is an ongoing
he
debate
gets more
with Ryan
girls
and I.
because he is silly and funny and
And her theory is Ryan doesn't get many girls because he's what?
awkward.
What's your
He's
game?
awkward?
What's your thing? What's
don't
your
know. What's
thing?
happening?
I'm fine.
You have to.
He's just
you have to
nervous
neg.
and-
You have to neg
No,
them.
no, no, no.
Yeah,
You thought it was nag.
Yeah.
He thinks it's nag.
No.
Oh, yes. Anyways, no, what you really
Like Justin's bouncy and like full of energy.
Except for when I'm
like,
depressed, then I'm kind of just lazy and mopey.
This is one theory I have. Like, you know Harris Whittles?
Yeah.
sure.
You know how he gets like lots of girls.
Makes me
But like
angry.
hit and Armin too. Like I think this is my thing is that I think that like the way people become addicted to cocaine, they try it and they go, the mysticism's gone, and they go, oh, it's not that scary. It's not even that big a deal. And then
Yeah.
they become addicted to cocaine.
Yeah.
Like they seem so innocuous. They seem like, oh, I'm going to throw something their way because they probably never get girls. And that's how they get all the girls.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Meanwhile, that makes me angry.
What?
Because I don't
Why?
get because I get so few and far between because I don't.
Well, you're doing better now, but
You are, like,
in
you had a dry
relationships.
spell.
No, but you know
Yeah.
what, Sarah? He'll get numbers, and then he'll be too scared to call the
No,
girl.
I won't.
So it's your own fucking fault if you don't get
That's
any
not
girls.
true.
Girls have asked, like, where do you live? Do you live close to this bar? Like, couldn't drop any more hints. And he
But
blows
Jackie,
it.
I have standards. I don't just go after any old
They have
girl.
That one girl
such
was
quality
cute.
girls in bars.
His standard is any girl that shows interest in him. That's no.
Done.
Then
That's his
take
standard.
some time. You don't need to be in a relationship then.
No. I'm good.
Figure
you gotta take
give
some
your-
time.
until you can give
all
yourself the same
alone.
like respect you give any shitty person on the street. You're not gonna
Oh well,
wanna
no,
have a girlfriend.
he's respectful to girls.
Oh yeah.
No, of yourself.
Oh,
Oh.
that's my problem. I hate myself.
Oh, that takes up a lot of
Oh,
space.
this is what I want to talk about.
I know.
Justin.
And
People
I'm filled
think
with
that
hate.
people think that when they hate themselves or when they're down on themselves, it's like a modesty thing. But the truth is, it's a self-obsession.
Yeah. It's the opposite of like.
There's
oh, I'm
like
fucking
no
awesome.
room for anybody
Yeah.
else in a like with that shit.
him.
Yeah.
How can I
He has
save
a
it?
false sense of modesty, this guy.
No, I do. Feel,
No, I have a true sense of modesty.
It's not that bad.
Okay,
no.
so Ryan, we've got a neat little topic, and then I've got a few questions our listeners had sent in to ask you.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
no.
all this talk about like, you know, what can be said for humor and what's real, like what's actual. Like for instance, do you think that Mel Gibson really is anti-Semitic?
I think that Mel Gibson is I think he is elitist. And I think that it's scarier when hatred comes from educated smart people.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
super scary. When it comes
Yeah.
from dumb people, it's more just sad and almost adorable. But with Mel Gibson's dad was like the first huge week-long winner of Jeopardy, like in the 50s.
What?
What?
Are you serious?
Yes. And he
crazy.
took that money and he moved his family to Australia, a country filled with criminals. All right, I'm getting a little crazy now, but that is partially true. And I mean, it's a racist country, and I'm saying this as someone who's never been there and only heard this at a party once, and I was a little stoned. So with that preface, I will say that I did hear that it was only like 20 years ago that it became illegal to murder Aborigines.
Yeah. And
So
they call
that country's different.
they call them abos.
Yeah.
as
That
a
said,
racist-
I just worked with Franklin Ajay, who none of you will remember.
Oh, I know him. My dad owns a comedy club from the 80s, so I know.
And,
Very aware. Jeff Cesario.
He loves Australia.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yeah.
Well-
you know, his dad is the guy who says there's no Holocaust and stuff. And like
Yeah.
when super smart people say that, then it's a little scary. But with Mel Gibson, with these tapes and with the first thing around, it feels good in a way, as if I'm speaking as a Jew, if that's the question
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
asking. Is like it's exciting when somebody says something anti-Semitic, says it and gets caught saying it, because it's no longer a gas in the air. You know, it's like you can point to it, and it's like when you have a witness in a shitty relationship where someone sees him or her
Yeah.
being fucking crazy,
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah, yeah,
oh, see,
Yeah. Well, also the thing is, that's interesting about the anti-Semitism thing is like, let's be honest, Jews are way too powerful for there to be like real anti-Semitism in the sense that, like, you know, black people and other minorities have to deal with actual fucked up racism. Like, Jews really don't have to deal with that bullshit anymore. It's been a few years.
Other than the entire world hating Jews.
Oh, like hating Israel and stuff?
Oh, great.
I don't know about any of that stuff. I don't know that stuff. I think
This
Israel
is
should
what
be
this segment
shared.
No, but my point is that
I
is
see
that
where
the
this
point?
is
No,
going.
you don't know where it's going. The point is that so people like I got bullied when I was 12. That's the closest I ever came. The guy said something about putting me in an oven. That's the closest I've ever had. Other than every now and then someone saying you're trying to Jew me out of this. It's like, whoa, can't use jip like us civilized people. You know,
Why
like
don't you use gay? Don't gay me out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, full circle point made.
Ding,
But the
ding.
point is, when you hear anti-Semitism, like Mel Gibson, you're like, yeah, see, people still hate Jews. But it's not really, like, people don't really believe there's real anti-Semitism anymore. So when you hear it bubble up, it's like, yeah.
Well, this is the thing is Jews are outspoken, so it's less charming.
Yeah.
Like we're constantly going like, yeah, everybody hates us, the Holocaust, everything, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a little bit charmless, though Jews can be very charming too. But hello,
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sarah, sorry, this happens from time to time on our show. We get surprise guests.
You better get it.
oh my god,
Let me get it. Hello?
Hello,
Oh, hi.
my name's Juice. I heard you guys were talking about me in here. Hi,
Hi.
I'm Juice.
This is what happens. Sometimes they
Hey, what's-
misunderstand. No, we were talking about Jews.
What's that? I never heard of those. Is that some sort of cereal?
Jackie, will you explain what a Jew is? Will you explain what a Jew is to this character, Juice?
What's going on?
Your phone is ringing, Juice.
All right.
No, don't. Jackie, explain to Juice what a Jew is.
I can't.
Come on. What do you mean you can't?
Come on.
Are they attractive? Are they unattractive?
My name's Juice.
No. We weren't talking about juice that you drink.
Oh no, my
he
my
doesn't know what a
name's-
Jew is, Jackie.
my
Tell him
name
what a
is
Jew
Juice.
is.
Well, I think Ryan, you're more equipped to talk about this subject.
Well, why don't you
All
tell him
right.
from your point of view what a Jew is?
oh god, you guys, Juice, the lovable nymph who doesn't understand things.
I might get my own TV show one of these days.
If you
Sarah.
don't, it's a crime.
I'm just Jews.
What network? What network would you get your account?
I'm thinking maybe I don't know Fox, NBC. I'm Jews.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right,
So-
I better get
Wait,
going.
do you want
Wait.
Sarah? Will you tell Juice what Jews are?
Do you know Jerry Michaels?
I heard about him before.
Have you heard of the Holocaust? Juice?
What's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that some sort of?
Where are you from?
Is that some sort of product?
Where are you from? That you don't know what Jews are?
Oh, I'm just from around.
You know, Juice. Maybe the specificity was what maybe would make this a little more
Oh,
interesting.
you want to know where I'm from?
Yeah.
My grandfather told me, he raised me, told me I shouldn't tell strangers where I live. I still live where I'm from. I'm from Valencia. All right, I'm gonna go.
Juice, I was hoping we could get some interesting bit about Jews and Juice and your funny perspective on what Jews are.
I'm
And Sarah's telling she'd weigh
My
in.
name's Juice.
You're giving me nothing. So-
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to where I live in Valencia.
You know, sometimes these characters show up and it turns into a whole fun improv scene, but
But it didn't work this time.
Yeah,
Bye.
but that's what makes it risky is that there's risk.
We also edit the
This is
show,
one of
thank
those-
God.
Oh, I think a little juice should be in there.
Yeah.
maybe if Juice at least knew what a Jew was, had a funny answer for what a Jew was.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. They all my characters don't really know. They're very
This
You
is the-
you saved it at the end with Valencia because it's a funny specific.
Thank you. I did
Oh
it.
my God.
We're keeping that all in.
Well, the thing about
Maybe.
Justin is goes back to the difference between Justin and I. He's hilarious. He's so charming and funny. He does the voices.
But I'm an
whenever
idiot.
I ask him questions, he goes, "Oh, I don't know. Where do you think I'm from?" I'm like,
In the
"Fuck."
same voice.
Now I gotta
Every
fucking think of it.
character.
I have to feed him all of his
Best improv
information.
ever.
Yeah,
The best improv ever.
and sometimes it works.
What are
Sometimes
you?
it goes up, a lot
I
of
don't
hits.
know. Well, what should I be? What do you want me to be? What makes it funniest?
Do Mario's voice so she can get reference for how.
Wait,
I don't
sound.
know.
How a
all
good
the
version
voices sound
goes?
the same. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a me, Mario.
They're all the same. Really quick, just rapid fire some
What else?
questions. Trey Mulhauser wants to know Ask Sarah who the fourth member in the fantasy barbershop quartet of Sarah's ass, Sarah, and Sarah's vagina. Who's the fourth member?
Oh.
I don't know. What
Was that a
this
reference
means.
to something?
I don't know. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
at
asking.
the end of I at the end of my stand-up movie thing. Let's just call it Jesus. We all know the name. I like do not a duet because it's 3. What's that?
Oh,
Trio with me, my asshole, and my vagina. We sing Amazing Grace.
who would be
But
the
then
fourth?
go into that Yes song. I've seen all good people to like really sharp harmony.
That's a good
So
one.
if I had a third,
a fourth or a third.
a fourth. Who would it be, or
Yeah.
what, or like what orifice?
Yeah, like what, like who, what? I guess he said who, but what? I'm sure.
Just to be clearer.
I'm gonna take a note from my friend Juice and say, what would you think would be a good one?
That's a good. I think it should be your ear, your left ear.
I think I could also just have like an alto asshole and a soprano asshole.
Double asshole.
Yeah, there
And
you
then my
go.
vagina.
What about a penis? Like, does that have to be all your body parts?
I don't.
Could it be like
This
a
is
talking
embarrassing.
penis?
All right.
I don't have a
Ryan.
penis.
Okay.
No, not. I'm saying a man's penis.
Oh
Right?
yeah, yes.
Come on. Do the next
You guys, I think I feel it.
Would you ever do another TV show for a different network? And then I've got one more. I mean,
Yeah.
that's- yeah, of
Oh,
course.
I love TV. I'll do something.
The last one is: have you ever? I want to know if you've ever been asked to have sex with someone to advance your career. Like if you've
No.
ever been propositioned.
Jesus.
Well, no, I read that. I'm like, that's an interesting question because you do have a pretty like successful career. I'm not saying that you would have done that, but has anyone ever like is that myth real like in Hollywood or as far as you know? But
It's gotta be real even if it's just like, oh, that's his new girlfriend and she's gonna be in blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or that's her new boyfriend and he's gonna produce DDD.
yeah.
Um
But is it is it
No.
real in the sense like, hey, come on into my office. I'm the producer.
well,
You want this
on
part?
the road that happened, not for favors, but just like gross, like cokey, ankle holster gunny club owners.
Oh my God.
Gross. Probably
Holy
his
shit.
father.
Have you ever worked?
Is
Mark
it in
Ridley's
New Haven?
No.
Mark Ridley's.
Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Detroit.
Wow.
Why haven't you
You're
Heard
a
of it?
son of Mark,
Heard of
you're
it?
Mark Ridley's boy?
Yeah, I am.
Are you being serious?
No. Oh no, I guess I've never worked in Detroit.
I'm such an asshole I should have went along with it. I
No,
didn't.
probably a lot of people do. I just
Yeah.
No, you don't ever.
Jim
It's
Carrey.
horrible there.
Jim Carrey worked there.
Yeah.
That
Not
was
to
before he
brag.
was famous.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Back when he lived in a van with his
I was
family.
talented.
All right, Ryan. Any last things for Sarah?
I'm pretty satisfied.
I am too. I think we got a good. We've got a good.
How long?
77. All right, let me wrap it
Whoa.
up. All right, everybody. Wait. How do I wrap this up? What do I do?
I don't know, Justin. Just go for it. You don't need my help.
Well, I guess we don't need to because we'll just probably find a funny out, right?
Yes.
Ryan, you do
I think it will be right off of Will You Ever Do TV Again? And when I said yes.
All right. Well, that's it then.
What about there? Then
Yeah,
that
no.
was the out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And out.
The real
and
out.
done.
All right, it's time for Jackie's Corner. Jackie's Corner.
Jackie gets a corner of,
Yeah.
of the show because she doesn't think that she can talk
All
throughout the
right.
regular
There you
show.
go.
And,
That's the
Well, I
Jackie's
blew
Corner
it.
song.
I blew it in the Sarah
All right.
Silverman.
Yeah,
video.
yes. In the Sarah Silverman segment, Jackie asked the best question to Sarah after the mics were stopping recording audio
That
to then put into a entertaining show.
Well, I was trying to find a natural, interruption or whatever, but it was really hard.
Can you ask that question real quick?
Which
Ask
question?
The question that you asked Sarah after we stopped
Oh,
recording.
okay. I asked her, how do you feel about farting in front of like your boyfriend or the guy you're dating?
And you know what? What I was surprised by her answer.
I was
frankly.
too.
I wasn't.
I was surprised,
I was
but
not.
she is a classy lady. I'm not.
Her answer was
okay. Well, here's backstory is that I feel like if you're going out with someone, you should feel comfortable enough to fart.
I disagree.
Not fart mania and poop and shit mania, but if you have to fart, you've got to fart. What are you supposed to do? Leave the room? And what are you supposed to do? So I kind of feel like couples who don't do that, that's strange. But when I asked Sarah about it, because she talks about sex and her vagina and all this stuff, she was like, absolutely not, because she still likes that veil of sexuality and femininity, I guess, which I lack. And
well,
then
here's
I
the
said,
thing. Like,
that's
she's right.
real sad for me.
She's so right, though. You don't like. Why would you? I guess it depends on the type of person, but like, I really feel like that you don't want to be sitting there like letting one rip. Like you're a girl. I know,
it makes me laugh.
I know, but do you not understand that? Like that sort of like kind of like exciting, like sexual. I don't know. Like it just sort of like. Just gone.
No, it's
just
totally
like,
true.
I don't know, but I could, because for me, I equate that when, like, if a guy is farting or is like, look at my shit in the toilet, I love that. I will die laughing.
Well,
and
I mean,
think
I take
that's
enormous
charming and great.
bowel movements. Can I show you mine someday?
I would
Jesus
look at
Christ.
it.
Are you really? I mean, I'm telling you, these
totally
things are
would.
award-winning.
But I think maybe then that's just the way that I was raised. But it made me feel like I was very classless, unfeminine, and sad.
Yeah. I
She
mean,
did the right answer. I was hoping to prove you guys wrong because I always ask Justin and Ryan, did you fart in front of her? Did you take a shit in front of her?
Look, I have
What do
in
you
past
do? What do you do
relationships.
when you eat Indian food? I mean, what do you do that night in bed? How do you hold it in for the whole night?
I don't take women to Indian food restaurants.
Well, here's the thing. I maybe I'm just blessed with that.
You don't
I don't
get
have.
farties?
Yeah, that I don't have a lot of problems in that area.
I've
I don't
actually,
know.
yeah, I could count on my fingers the number of times I've heard Justin fart in front of me.
Was it uncomfortable or was it
But, I
like,
mean, here's
hey,
the thing,
check
here's the
this
thing,
out? How
here's
did
the
it
thing.
happen?
No,
Was
it
it an
just sort of
accident?
happened. and
Actually,
him like,
Jackie,
go,
you know
"Oh,
what's
was that?
interesting?
Oh."
You know what's interesting?
So it was an accident.
Yeah,
I'm just realizing
He
right
wasn't
now.
holding it
That's how a
back.
lady does it.
I'm just realizing right now that this was
Oh.
a real problem with my
Your
ex.
Just say your ex.
My ex-girlfriend. Fine, whatever. This is a real
what was the
problem.
problem?
What?
That I never fart. I never fart. It was such a fucking problem for her. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to fucking like?
Oh wait, her problem was that you didn't fart.
Did she
Yeah.
fart in front of you?
No.
Oh,
Well, wait a
well
minute,
then
then
why
why
would
would
she?
she
Why
want
I
would
don't
you
know.
to
she
Like,
and not
I'm such
her?
a weirdo. I don't ever fart. What a weird guy.
So, but I guess it's
don't
okay
know.
for guys to fart, but if girls do, then that's bad.
Yeah.
So what do you act like it doesn't happen? Say she's walking up the stairs and a fart slips out. Do you act like it didn't happen? Or what do you do when you know she's clearly taking a shit and the stench is wafting through the room? Do you act like you don't smell it?
I was going in there.
Hey, for reals, what
Yeah,
do you
what
do?
What are you doing? Sitting down like with your head right below the closed door,
I've done
little
that.
crack?
I've done that before.
But why are you there?
I've passed
You don't-
notes.
You don't hang
I
out
want
and
to
camp
know
out.
what happens when the door opens with folks like you who don't express.
I don't camp
like,
out outside the fucking
No,
door.
if you live in a small apartment, it
Well,
smells
thank God
like
I've
shit.
never had to live in
'cause
that
you're a
small.
spoiled brat.
No, I'm not. I've
Ryan,
had.
what do
there-
you do?
Excuse me.
Look.
There's no apartment that small on this planet.
So you guys have never walked in the bathroom after your significant
Shit.
other has taken a shit and it
Shit
smelled
wafts.
really bad.
Shit has.
Of course I have.
Somebody
The
answer
shit wafting.
this question.
The shit wafting radius
so
is
Justin,
maybe
what did you
7
think?
feet.
What did you think?
I just.
Why does this make everyone so
Hold on, I'll
uncomfortable?
tell you
too?
what I
That's
thought.
what I don't understand.
So I went in and it fucking smelled like the worst thing I've ever smelled.
After your girlfriend?
Yeah.
God.
The one that left me for my close friend.
Just-
okay, go
come
on,
on.
go on.
And I just breathed through my mouth, and then I just turned. I just stopped. I
And
don't
you,
even want to
you
know.
run far away.
I don't
Run
even-
far
So,
away.
okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you
I went-
just you
went to
do
a safe place.
you do
Happy
act
It was a
like
big
it
Armenian
didn't
man, a
happen.
big
Happy
Armenian
place,
man, a
happy
big
place,
Armenian
happy
man.
place.
You act like it didn't happen.
Of course.
What is wrong with? That's what I don't understand.
Because
These
Jackie,
people
I'm
that
not going
talk
to come
about,
out of the bathroom and go, "Hey, would you drop
But
a real
that's
stinker
your
in there?"
personality. That's
yeah,
your personality.
baby.
You,
Come
you,
here, come to Papa.
No, wait, no. He walks.
You drop a big
I
stinker in
don't
the
get
toilet.
it. I don't get
This
it.
is what you
Not
do.
sexy.
This is
It
what
makes
you do.
you a
This
fraud.
is what you do,
No,
Justin.
it doesn't.
You walk
Jackie,
into
I'm
the
a human being. I'm normal. Like I don't want to. That stuff is
So
fucking
I'm not normal.
It's dehumanizing.
Yes.
Am
It's
I
like
not
gross.
normal?
Yes. You walk out of the bathroom. This is what you do. And this is what every boyfriend should do to shame you. If he walks in the bathroom and smells your poop, he should immediately pull his pants down, walk back out of the bathroom into the bedroom where you're lying there, and just he points to his flaccid penis and just go, This is what happened
on.
when I smelled that. This is what happened when I smelled that.
Well, that's a little much.
It's so weird. People don't like to talk about it, and I don't understand why, because it's natural and it's silly. It
Well,
makes
no, listen.
me laugh.
I'm I mean, I'm always, I don't know.
People are weird about farting.
It's just
It's
not
it's a turnoff.
sexual.
It's the
like,
opposite of sexual.
But
weird.
it's funny, and I
listen,
equate funny with sexuality.
But when you're with a
Listen.
girl who's cute and you're in love with her and you
What?
want to...
Funny
I
with
do.
what are you doing? Jokes and your dirty talk is like bits.
When people are funny, I'm attracted to them.
Jackie, but not during the sex act. That's when you turn into
I'm
the
not
primal
talking
beasts
about farting
with two backs.
during sex.
No, but
I
I'm
know,
saying, you're
but-
saying building a relationship and like in your intimate moments, you're farting
No.
and shitting in the toilet and sharing that with
no,
each other.
No. This is,
Those are
it's a Sunday
relationship
afternoon.
moments.
Someone's reading a book. The girl is on the computer or whatever, and she takes a shit in the bathroom, and then the smell comes in, and then everybody says like, "Whoa, what died in there?"
Get
Hi.
a blowtorch. Get a blowtorch.
Honestly, I've always in my
Get a
bathrooms had the
small
fan
nuclear
that sucks
device.
the
What do
air.
you do when you do cut farts
Mainly
really
for,
loud?
Showering.
Well,
And
the humidity.
you know that the girl heard it.
I go, if I feel it coming out, I go, oh, what's going on today? Just like the length of the fart. Like, give me, watch.
Yeah, okay.
I feel it coming on.
Okay, hold on.
Anyway,
Okay,
with
ready?
Jackie nuzzled up, and I feel it coming on. We're watching. Hey, Jackie!
Wait,
Oh,
Do another.
Let's try this one.
Do another.
Hey, Jackie! So how was your day today?
Just start talking really loud.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see. What are we watching? Give me a TV show we can watch together.
You're watching Lost.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Boy, Jackie, what do you think the island is gonna be? Oh, Jackie, oh my God, did they ever explain the polar bear?
You know what? Maybe you should just keep a radio in the bathroom. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, I mean, honestly, like
I just don't get it.
Jackie, when my significant other, honestly, like when they're going into the bathroom, if I even have the the slight indication that they might be going in there to fucking, yeah, I will vacate that premises.
You guys are so
I will
weird.
go somewhere
it's
else.
so fucking weird because you talk about cum. I like to drink cum. I like to eat shit and cum.
Jackie,
and then you
there's-
cannot
Even
fart.
Sarah says in her book, I love how we're the worst interviewers ever. Instead of fucking me talking about this, she says he disassociates like actual real bowel movements from jokes.
Yeah,
about
me
them.
too. I'm the same fucking way. Like
Yeah.
I'm always doing like, oh, I like to drink shit. I like to drink piss. I'm always doing those jokes. But they're so disassociated from the actual reality of the just like dehumanizing
you're a
fact that
fraud.
we have to fucking shit and piss
Yeah.
every day like fucking
It
animals.
really, yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. For me, I don't know what it is, but that is real. And if I'm
It's
around
not
people
pretty.
who don't,
It's not girly.
I think there's something I don't want to be around them.
What?
Yeah.
They're
When you're around
uptight,
people
they're
that-
squares.
Not that they're uptight, it's just that they're not real. It's like shit and piss and blood is like, that is what humans are made of. And if you go around and act like you don't, now I'm not advocating
blood-
for, I'm
blood's
not,
fine.
I'm not
I'll cut a-
advocating
I'll
for,
cut a
What are
Or-
we talking about?
Smear all
I'm
over.
not talking about, hey, come here and smell my fart, smell my shit, and acting out of control about it. I'm saying
Just roll with it.
You've eaten, yeah. It's something that happens, and I just feel like it's such. I don't know.
When
no.
she says blood, she's talking about that time of the month.
Oh, I
by
get
the
it.
way.
I thought she meant like,
No.
like
Like
I got
I
a Band-Aid on. Oops.
Ah, but-
Look, it's all over you now.
No,
Oh.
I'm talking about things that people don't like to
cut
talk
my
about.
wrist and bleed on my
But that's
naked
real.
chest.
We have
Come on,
vampires.
listeners.
We have vampires.
Don't you agree with me?
Orgy of blood. No.
I think most guys are going to side with us.
You
I
know
think
what,
you might get a couple
Jackie?
weirdos.
Jackie?
No, I just think you shouldn't have to hold it in the whole night because you don't want somebody else to know. I mean, granted, I'll
Fucking
say I gotta
cause
go
yourself
take a walk.
Serious medical.
Gotta go take a walk
Serious
and go
internal
fart.
injury. I say,
But-
cause yourself serious internal injury if need
No,
be.
okay,
What?
Ja-
I
Jackie.
can't even explain myself
here's
because
my-
I keep getting talked over.
No, you're fine. Here's my advice to you, though. If you find yourself pursuing some new relationship down the road, God forbid, but if you do,
I will not
Take my
fart
advice.
on the first date. I would
Uh,
never do that.
I would say wait at least 6 months before you open that can of worms. But I could be wrong.
I guess maybe I should be upfront and say, listen,
Or that.
if I have to poop, I'm gonna go in the bathroom and say I have to poop. I did it at work. I can't stop myself anymore when I say I have to go pee. I have to go poop. Well, because that one time we weren't allowed to
Don't
leave
do
and I
that.
bled everywhere.
Do not do that.
What?
Do not tell your significant other, your newly whatever, if you end up in that situation. Don't ever say, I have to go poop. Like, just be a lady and leave the room.
I can't. It's
say, I'll be right back. I have to go to the restroom.
That's
Say you
how
have to go pee.
I was raised.
I have to go to the ladies'
We went to the
room.
bathroom with the doors
Jackie,
open.
deprogram that. That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Don't just.
It's
I have
funny.
to. I have to
People
go
are
to the
raised in all
ladies'
kinds
room.
of ways,
I have to
Jackie.
go to the ladies' room. I'll be
It's
right back.
funny.
I was raised to think that all African Americans and Hispanics were inferior.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no. He's
I'm
making
saying
a
that
parallel.
people are
like-
raised all kinds of ways they need to deprogram.
Yeah.
I think the whole
Deprogram.
world should fart together, and it would be funny, and there would be world peace.
It is the universal language.
It is. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I just love farts. That's all. That's how I want to end this segment. I love farting and I love poops.
All right, everybody. It's time for a little listener email.
Do we have some good ones? I didn't spy this week.
We have
Listener
very
email.
few
Listener email.
slim pickings.
Hey, so what did you think of that Sarah Silverman interview?
Wow. That was very deft of you, Justin, how you brought that up.
Oh, just a little listener email.
I mean, we might as well talk about it because we don't have that many
okay,
listener
all right.
emails.
So what did you? It
I
was
don't know,
pretty
how
good,
did you
huh?
guys think it went? That was our
think it
big,
went really
first
well.
big celebrity interview.
Write in and tell us for the next episode what you thought. I want from our audience. I want a very specific breakdown analysis.
You know,
They're gonna love it.
Can I explain what the thing was about it though? Is after the interview,
Uh-huh.
we went to a restaurant with Sarah, the three of us.
Yeah, a vegan
Our
restaurant.
first collective Grandma's Virginity field trip with guest. And
That is true, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we were sitting there at the and I thought, okay, Jackie kept saying I was nervous the whole time. I don't really think I was nervous.
I was teasing.
No, I know, but the fact of the matter is, it was a little weird because I'm like, okay, this is the first time we are interviewing someone. We're like, I don't know Sarah. I met her a few times, and I'm like, okay, I just read her book, and she's a celebrity, and I gotta so I wanted to make sure I ask her questions that are like universal, but maybe we sacrifice like just kind of a fun hanging out vibe. So we're at the restaurant.
I will say that your interview was a little bit more clunky than they normally are.
Well, I was a little bit weirded out, but I think once I got relaxed,
Yeah.
I also felt like I kept saying things that she maybe didn't think was funny or didn't maybe I
Well,
possibly offended her.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I know that's weird to say because it's obviously not true, but I felt like there's a couple things I said where I'm like, oh, I thought maybe that would connect and turn into something. I misjudged it. Made me laugh in my own head.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
I was laughing
yeah, sure.
silently.
So anyway, we were at the restaurant. We were sitting there, and we were all talking in a booth, and I make some joke, and she's like, "Oh, where was that during the interview?" Which leads me to
Everything,
believe,
yeah. All the everything that happened in the restaurant would have made for a great
better show than we
segment.
actually recorded.
Now,
Yep.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
just a testament to it was just more casual.
Okay, this is from Chris. He says, "Hey GVP, just saw the video you put on YouTube of recording with Chris Romano. Glad you got him, aka Romansky, obviously. Glad you got him to come in because you guys all sounded nervous that he would flake on you. Can't wait to hear it. He technically did the first time, as he mentioned, but then,
For good reason, we found out
for good
later.
reason. Jeez, it wasn't really.
I didn't
flaking.
say anything.
Okay. In the video, I noticed Justin has a lot of Lego boxes. That's not weird, but now I'm curious. Where does he put it all?
Right where you saw him, buddy. Right where you saw them in the video.
As well as inside the main house. See, the garage here is a concentration of pure,
toy.
immature, childlike, crazy energy. And then
Well, they can go online and see it.
yeah, but it's sort of like
Right.
the camera is. We got to do our crib style video where we
Oh,
actually
right.
show really clear images. They kind of just got to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
flashes
yeah.
and the camera whips pans. But there's toys and Legos everywhere. There's literally he saw that in the video, a box full, just a stack of
boxes.
boxes.
Tons of boxes.
Then
of
there's
Legos.
plenty of put together all around, and then in the main house there's a ton. And Justin's literally been here and he's gotten packages with new. Oh, check it out, the new Harry Potter one. I'm like,
All right.
do you even like Harry Potter?
I no, but I love I bought 2 of the 7 Lego Harry Potter sets only because they're really cool builds.
Are you buying them because you're certain that they're gonna, triple in value?
No,
in
I like to build
100
them.
years.
And they also go up in value.
Oh,
but
you
I like
open
to build
these?
them.
These aren't
yeah.
open?
If they're
So
not,
you mean all the
excuse
ones that
me.
are sealed up? I can open them right now.
No, because Jackie, let me tell you why.
Jackie,
would
do
happen?
it, do it, do it,
No.
Jackie, do it.
No, because she doesn't know how to properly open them.
Oh,
'Cause
so
they-
it would,
No, I just
it
said
would affect the value.
they're worth money. And don't fuck with that because that one, I haven't opened.
He's getting
yet.
really nervous. Just see how far you can push it, Jackie. See how far you can push it. Really get in there.
Please don't, because she doesn't know how to do it. There are two.
Oh, you mean because you try to reglue
No,
it?
you're gonna rip the box, the actual box.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, that's a different bit. No, that's a different. Hold on.
I think this is the bit.
No,
Justin.
the bit is, can I
Jackie,
open
go,
this?
go.
I see tape right here.
Don't pull it. We'll fuck the box.
Why?
That's like
What
break-
happens to the box? Who cares?
I want to keep. I'd like to keep the box in good shape.
For what?
To resell. For resell.
Like you go use Lego set with.
So
Hold on.
nervous.
No, I wasn't
gonna
nervous. I
get
was just
ruined.
saying. If you're gonna
Just
open
me
it,
picking it up made you go
Yeah.
rise a little bit out of your chair.
What about all those transformers above Jackie's head? What if we opened one of those?
He doesn't care about those. does
yeah,
he?
I don't really care.
All right,
but
go
I
ahead,
also,
Jackie.
But
Go
I
get
also,
one off
Which
the wall.
one can I
But
open?
wait,
Sweetie,
Which
go
one?
ahead. Pick whatever transformer you
Hold on.
want. It's your day,
no,
Jackie.
I don't want to though, and here's why.
You just said it was cool.
No, I think they look cooler in the package on the wall.
Well, what's
than I
one? What's one off the wall?
Well, I mean, how far are we gonna take this? Like, they're mine.
as far as we can.
I mean, I kind of don't want to open them.
Really upset if I did open it?
I mean, I wouldn't be upset in the sense that,
What
hey,
about
that's
one of
worth
the-
a bunch of money. There goes my fucking life savings. But I would be upset in the sense like, hey, why'd you do that? I like that up there. Now
I am feeling like we're bullying him.
Now I just
really am.
now I
Like-
just have a toy that's gonna be like in my closet because I have no place to put it because it's opened.
You do what?
Rip
Really?
open one of his toys?
Yeah, but
just to snap my fingers. If I just say the word.
No.
I promise the results would be lackluster at best. I would just be like, oh man, like. No, I mean
Jackie.
honestly, like the after in my mind, I'd already be playing through the aftermath of her destroying
Justin,
one.
it's like-
and this is exactly what it'd be. It would be me taking that one on the far left and moving it to where the open one is.
Fill the space.
And that would be it. That would basically be it. And then me taking the open one and maybe transforming it twice and then putting it in a Ziploc bag and then putting it in the cupboard.
And then strangling Jackie.
No, honestly, I wouldn't.
No, it
I
is
promise.
true. You
He's, you know what? He's saying this, I promise. But remember, I took a handful of his stupid Legos, like from this bin.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
and
is
he noted,
different.
yeah.
No, but that's a different. Okay,
That's a different
Hold
beast
on.
altogether.
so I was in the middle of this gigantic Lego set, and Jackie steals like 3 or 4 like pieces. And when that happens, and you're building a Lego set, when you get to the part of the build where you need those pieces, you will fucking lose your fucking mind trying to find those pieces, and you will go through hundreds of pieces scanning every, like, you'll do it 20 times. You'll spend hours because you psychologically you're like, they're in here, they're fucking in here. I know they're in here. You're looking. And she did that to me. She took pieces from me without telling me,
She took pieces from me.
and that is the worst.
He got really mad.
Did
I
you
remember it
lose
was
your
at
mind?
work. He
No,
was
no,
just
no,
like,
no.
I need those fucking pieces.
No, on the
He-
build.
No,
on the
stop
build.
it.
Justin,
Did I really?
Justin,
did. I
on
don't think
the
I-
on the build, did you lose your mind looking for those pieces?
No, because to be honest,
That's what you guys call it, right? The build.
it's still not done. It's over here still uncompleted. It's the longest time I've ever taken.
Bro, what's the best build you've ever done?
All right, enough.
Bro,
Moving
come on. I want to know the best build you've ever done.
All right, bro, I'll tell you.
No, seriously, yeah. Yeah,
It
tell
was
me.
a Lego set in the shape of a hot lady.
No, come on,
Bro,
Justin.
bro,
don't
it
try
was
to
the
deflect.
best.
Don't try to deflect.
Bro, it was the best Lego set I ever built.
do you think about your?
I beat off to it once I was
Seriously,
done
do
building
you have
it.
memories about your best builds?
Did
Today
you have your
was-
parents take a picture of you
What
by
a build.
by your Legos?
What a
Like, is
build.
this something you've done since you were
Wait,
a little kid?
Justin.
No, I'm
Just
what they
recently.
call for Ryan.
boy,
I'm
oh
what they
boy.
call out of
Loser.
the dark ages. I think that's
Wait,
what
the
it is.
Lego people say
Yeah, there's
that?
like a term that's like
like you've been saved.
No, like I didn't know about Legos, or I didn't buy Legos, and then I just recently
Yeah, the Jews call when Jews get religious.
What?
They call them Bolshevas. They've returned to Judaism.
Okay, so
You're
I
Lego Bolsheva.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's really the other. Do you meet other Lego people like oh, I'm John, and they kind of like I know it changed my life too. Like there was BL and AL before Legos and after Legos.
There-
And bro, my life has been.
Well, I haven't met anybody else who's as obsessed with them as
Well,
me.
there are websites you go onto.
Oh,
like,
yeah, there are
communities.
blogs
and that
and,
really
like-
is out of the darkness. Is like
I
that's
think
what they
so.
call
The
it.
Dark Ages.
Do you ever get? Is there talk of like a Lego zone, like the Lego high? You get when you're really in the zone with a build.
I don't think so. Sorry. I've never heard that before.
Bro, I was blocking.
Hey, do
hour
they have
3.
Lego?
I was blocking,
wait, do
bro.
they have Lego conventions? You know how
Yeah, yeah,
they
oh,
do.
hell yeah.
They
Oh
do,
my
and
God.
you can buy special things. And
Oh, I don't know if there's special things, but they have fucking Lego
are there
conventions.
people who make their own plastic molded Legos, like their own? They don't
No.
even have to buy
You don't need-
Legos.
That's
Oh.
ridiculous. Then what
That'd
are
be
you doing?
freaking awesome.
How
Because
about
that way
this?
you could make your own. You could make anything you wanted.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
Jackie-
Lego hasn't made a model of
Yeah.
blah blah blah. but
Jackie-
you make it on your own.
No, you don't need to fucking mold pieces to do that. You could go and buy a Lego set and then repurpose those pieces to make
No,
anything
it would
you want.
be more authentic
What?
if you made it yourself.
What?
You poured the
You're
mold,
a third. Yeah.
Weirdo.
Yeah. You're
That
a
doesn't make-
carved the.
That's
Yeah.
the most redundant thing I've ever heard. Like
What?
Legos are an artistic medium within themselves. You can use them to express yourself or create
Dude.
any.
Andy
Jeez.
Warhol would have agreed with
Andy
me.
Warhol
Yeah.
could have made anything with the existing Lego pieces. Why would he need to pour
She's off
molds?
the grid, man.
I'll only play with things that I created.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Are there famous Lego makers? Famous Lego?
Yeah, but I don't know any names.
Okay.
There really are though.
Are there any celebrities who enjoy Lego making?
I could be. I don't know.
Anyway, that was a little bit of a digression from Chris's email. You guys do remember we're in the middle of the email, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
okay.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
I've been saying it.
Okay, anyways, he says sometimes he buys Lego sets and puts them together, but my fiance would hate it if I filled up our condo with them, so eventually break them down and give them to nieces and nephews. Justin,
Horrible.
No, never.
Never.
Does Justin give anyway?
Dude,
give
worst-
away or hoard
Never.
them?
Hold on. Worst case scenario, I would take a set, break it apart, and just build dumb shit out of it. I would never give the pieces away. Every piece is a thing you can
But
use.
Justin is also extremely selfish, so
I
he wouldn't give
am.
anything away.
The idea of giving
I'm
something
so,
Never.
away.
I'm so
Never.
selfish that I paid for dinner tonight with
Which was
Sarah,
under $5.
Ryan, and Jackie.
Which was under
No, it
$5.
wasn't.
Under 10.
You don't even know what it was because I went over there like a fucking gentleman.
Stealth, yeah. No,
And
he
I
was pretty
paid.
stealth, yeah.
Thank you.
That would have
So-
never happened if someone famous hadn't been with us. Never
That's
in a
not true.
million years.
I picked up the tab many times, Jackie. You just don't hang
Pizza?
out with me enough.
Pizza, you know what? You've been good about pizza.
All right,
when
enough.
Kent's not paying.
I'm tired of these false accusations.
We're getting a little too hard on Justin. He says that what other toys
On
fill up
mic,
your
Ryan.
podcast? What other toys fill up your podcasting headquarters? I mean,
Wait, what?
what other toys?
Oh,
fill
what
up
other
your- I
toys?
mean, it's just
let me rattle some off here.
Yeah.
We've got McDonald Character Land toys. I've got some Simpsons on the wall. Police Academy Crash Cycle for all those Police Academy fans out there. There's Transformers aplenty.
the Muppet from Farscape.
Muppet from Farscape. There's some
Pokemon?
John K. dolls. Ren and Stimpy
The horror
creator.
case that has
There's
like Freddy
a bunch
Krueger.
of statues.
And Dark Crystal.
And
Listen,
something.
we're gonna show you guys all in a video. I
Yeah,
think that'll
one
be
of these
fun.
days.
Justin
When are you
will-
making a video?
one of these.
One of these days.
Anyways, he says that
One of these days.
we've had some great guests. He really enjoys our interviews a lot.
Okay.
Hopefully that extends to the Sarah Silverman one. Kumail and Dan Harmon are two of my favorites. But they've all been fascinating and funny. We eventually invite people you don't know. I mean, Sarah, I don't really know.
Ridley and Jackie didn't really know Sarah. I mean, I've known her for a long time, but I haven't hung out with her a ton.
Yeah, it's not like we have a familiarity with certain other guests that we didn't have with her.
Yeah.
For better
I
or
wish I had a famous
worse.
friend.
You do. His
You
name's
do.
Thurup, you fuck.
The creator of
Yeah,
Flapjack.
but like that's not like saying Sarah Silverman. I mean, that's
Oh.
a
Well-
internationally known name.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
I,
wish-
guess you're.
I don't know anyone famous.
Well, he suggests that we should try to get Dustin Diamond, who plays
Can you
Screech.
on mic say that maybe?
I bet you we could pay him $50 to do this show.
What would be miserable if we had to pay him?
I'm being serious,
But
though.
that would be so sad. Like knowing, like afterwards, would be the awkward thing. Justin, would you pick up that tab?
I hope
No,
so.
I would never. If he wanted to come on, I'd have him, but I would never like
I don't
grovel
even know.
and beg
You know,
and
it
pay
would be
him.
so. I don't want to interview anyone where it's like the bit of the interview is like you're fucking pathetic. It's just not inspiring.
But-
of a story.
But who says he's pathetic? Maybe we could talk about other stuff.
The porn tape he released a couple years ago, where he gave a woman a dirty Sanchez.
yeah, I know.
Oh, grody.
Yeah,
Is that true, or was that? I mean, I know it's true that he did that video, but is it true that he gave her a dirty Sanchez and
I
it was
think
like
so,
real?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's what I'd talk to him about.
Sarah Rome writes in. Hi guys, it's Sarah
Yay!
Rome, and yes, of
She's
course
my
I'm a
sister
virgin.
now.
I'm 12, but Jackie, I'm singing it because it's practically written like lyrics.
Yeah.
I have made it to second. Ugh.
Oh God. Really?
I didn't make it till second. I was 16.
Second base?
What is that? Booby?
Boobies.
feeling?
No,
petting.
Sarah, no.
Yeah,
As
no,
your sister,
Yeah.
don't.
Wait,
Listen to your older sister. Don't rebel against
I
her.
want to say that second base is under the shirt, like booby petting.
Well, then what? No. Well,
Because
you know
first
what?
base is kissing, second base is boobies, third base is oral, and fourth is doing it.
Well, that's would
Full
be called.
vaginal penetration.
that'd be called a home run.
Oh.
Stop it.
Okay.
But you would have too, Jackie. Some 11. He was super cute, and you cracked me up when you said, I love giving hand jobs. Did you say that?
No.
She misunderstands.
Yeah, no, I would
said
never.
I said something about her giving a hand job, and I think you guys might have laughed.
Oh.
Maybe no, but I would never condone that type
I
of thing.
love
It
it
is
when you make-
disgusting.
I love it when you make me sound like a hoe. It's hilarious. Could we get in trouble for that? Making a 12-year-old girl sound like a hoe? Theater of the mind.
Are we? I don't.
My clients were under the umbrella of theater of the mind.
I
They
don't
could not
think
be
we.
prosecuted.
yeah,
I don't
no,
think we've
Sarah
ever-
Rome, no.
I don't think we've ever said anything that would paint her in any other light than a young, upstanding
Vibrant.
lady.
Well, then listen to
Wonderful
episode 19.
woman.
Oh.
I said she was giving hand jobs in drama class.
Oh.
That's what this is about.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay,
All right.
next. Go on.
And it was a joke.
I am a gross little
That was
crazy
true.
thing. Bitches be crazy. Plus, Jackie, I love you. You're so cute. I totally fangasm every time you talk about me in the show. And I am half Jewish.
Aw, Sarah Rome.
Correction,
She-
I am half super Jewish.
She
Jackie
just
says,
referenced.
"Well, now I can only invite half of you over for dinner."
She just referenced Lady Gaga for her last name.
XOXXOXOXXXXXO for Jackie and Justin, but Ryan's a dick. But hey, hot guys always are.
Whoa, Sarah Rome.
Sarah Silverman and Sarah Rome seem to be in agreement.
I believe I won that, by the way.
Yeah,
Well, she was being a little political.
No, I won.
Justin won.
Next email.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Stevie again. I almost had a heart attack when you read my email. Just want to say that I'm a girl, 16, and also live in the Seattle area. She's hitting all Justin's bases.
Well, what does that mean?
It means that she's a girl. She's 16,
And she's
she
a
lives
cute
in
name.
Seattle, where we asked about our listener base last episode.
Yeah, but what does the 16 part have to do with anything?
I love that her name is Stevie.
Also wanted to say that I thought the last episode is one of my favorites, but I think that the Kent's Closet is kind of boring.
Oh.
Oh
Love you
no,
guys.
is she?
Stevie.
Wait, how old is Stevie?
16.
Stevie, the Kent
I
closet.
could, I
get
could
better.
see where that could be kind of creepy though, or not creepy, but just like if you're a teenage girl, why would you be listening to this sort of older gentleman talk about
I promise that
people
they get
you
better.
don't know?
But they get better, I swear. The Kent's closets get better.
Well,
They are good. But
How
you
would
know
I
what
know
mean?
that? Because I'm psychic. And also the one for this episode.
Well, she seemed to think the last episode enjoyable, so it's interesting to read this next email from Brandon.
Wait, you, on mic, dude.
From Brandon.
Sorry.
Hello again, Grandma's Virginity crew. Brandon Martell, you can say it, age 27, from Amish country here again. Jackie asked
yes.
about where I was from.
Yeah.
The answer is Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the heart of Amish country.
Oh, yes.
yeah, baby.
Now let's get to business. I really don't want to be critical, as I do highly enjoy your show, but how about you never have Romansky on ever again?
Oh.
No.
Interesting.
Don't say that.
What else
That's
did he
what he said.
Why? What does he elaborate?
I know he's Justin and Ryan's friend. I'm sure he's a decent person, but that interview was unbearable. Oh, you know what it was? It was because he was so into you, Jackie. He was like, oh,
No,
God, it's
that's
horrible
not
to listen
true.
to that. Well, you think you disagree. I totally disagree. That interview was good, wasn't it? It was fun.
Well,
I
okay.
haven't listened to
Hold
it
on.
yet, to
I
be
wanna-
honest,
I wanna-
of course.
Well,
but
we
it was
edited out all the
fun.
juicy parts.
Well, all I want to say is that I don't think he's completely wrong. I mean, there are parts in
It was
both.
so interesting. His dad blowing up the.
That was all good, but there are parts within that we could have probably done to edit tighter or clean up. But I felt like
I wanted to keep that to
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
you know,
yes,
why
yes.
try to show that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he
we-
came in a little tipsy, and
we made the
rolled with
decision
it.
to sort of like leave as much in as we could. But it does go off and become 4 voices screaming over the
Yeah,
top
he says
of
it
each
was
other.
all over the place. The dinner of everyone talking over each other. It was a couple times. The utter absurdity spewing forth from Romansky's mouth. I mean, come on. First of all, what I will say about Romansky, and I mean, Claire Silverman says he's the funniest person she's ever met, so obviously this guy's wrong, number one. Also, he is somehow still funny and clever when he's drunk. Like, we've had guests in here. We've had hosts in here that have gotten drunk and they're just not funny and they're just unintelligible
Yeah.
and, but he
Me.
seemed to kind of still be on the
Yeah,
ball,
it
I
was
thought.
great.
He says, I was this close to stopping the podcast. This is Brandon going on and deleting it, but I knew if I could make it through the shit storm that was Romansky, the good stuff would follow and I was not let down. Okay. That's my only gripe. Impose a lifetime ban on Romansky. Other than that, you three make my Monday so much better, and I evaluate every
Hell
episode
yeah,
of
dude.
Child.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's glad to hear
Oh,
Mario.
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
our last one? Last email?
No, there's like
Couple
20
more.
more.
Oh.
No. There's
Ashley Ann
Jamaica.
Cooper, right? She posted on my Facebook that she's stopped syncing the pod. I don't know, some bull crap about she just stopped syncing the podcast to make room for Jesse Eisenberg. Like what Jesse Eisenberg's podcast?
his podcast or photos of him?
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know how big
movies?
her hard drive is.
She
but
might have one of those like tiny little like 8 gig
Yeah.
iPods, and
Yeah,
then she's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to put every movie he's ever been in on it.
Yeah.
Good-
Aw,
well,
her
priorities.
first crush.
He's cute.
She says that, Ryan, you are an orange potato. Justin, if you really know Jesse Eisenberg, I love you. I actually have pictures of him at my locker at school.
I was kidding. I don't. I made all that up. I'm sorry. I feel horrible.
Are you sure, Justin? You sure you made that all up?
Well,
Maybe you want to think about it again.
Well, he is here right now.
Hold on.
Say hi. Say hi.
Oh my God! How did you get him?
Hi. I'm Justin's friend. Hi. You're Jackie Bruce Marino? Okay. Hi.
Yeah, Justin. How did you do?
Well,
how did you?
Yeah. Justin, tell her.
Well, Jesse and I, we met at a party several years ago. Like actually, before he sort of broke, before he became famous. And
I've asked you
Fame,
a
I hate that
million
word.
times if you knew him.
Famous.
yeah, well, I mean, he's
For the industry realized they could exploit me. Go on.
yeah. So I've been begging him to come on the show, but he's always very shy and doesn't really like to. He doesn't kind of have
Yeah.
much to say.
Dance is what I don't like to do.
Yeah, he doesn't like to dance. So, anyways,
we won't make you dance.
Oh, okay.
all right. Well, Jesse, thank you. Ryan, do you have any
Leaving?
questions for Jesse Eisenberg?
Are you getting some poon, bro, with the social network? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Yeah,
Justin.
don't answer
Okay,
that.
Your
all right,
friend
well-
is a savage.
I'm sorry, Jesse. All right. Well, he's got to go because he doesn't like being on the
Okay,
show.
Justin, can you fart me out?
Of course,
All
Jesse. He does listen. And Jesse, we're still gonna shoot heroin into our eyeballs after the show together.
Obviously not, Justin, but I love your cheeky sense of humor. Goodbye.
Of course, I'm kidding about the heroin in the eyeballs.
What a pretentious dick.
I
Justin.
thought he
You're
was
friends with
really
that guy?
handsome.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
Anyway, she goes on to say that, Jackie, you be so pretty in the video that was posted on Facebook. And you weren't even put up. You weren't
That
even
I
put
looked
together.
pretty in
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I
you weren't
looked
even made
terrible.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
you weren't
she's
even
just
made
being
up.
kind. I looked terrible, and I could see the pit stains, even though it was like grainy from the
Matte
video. I
grainy.
could see the pit stains from my inappropriate shirt that dug into my armpits.
Oh,
One night. Remember, I was
from all the sweat that
I
was
was
generated
sweating.
from Romanski's?
yes, yeah,
Wow.
it was emanating.
But please, P.S. If there's any way I could talk to Jesse, that would make my blah 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 whatever. Anyways, hey Ryan, maybe I will stop listening to the show and stop telling all my friends.
Oh no!
Oh, come on, we love
Don't
you,
do
Ashley
that.
and Cooper. Clear out some space on the hard drive for us.
Yeah,
please.
come on. Delete like 10 minutes from Zombieland or more obscurely
Adventureland.
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 Any of the land series.
Or Roger
trilogy.
Dodger.
Yeah, the land
Or
trilogy.
the one where he's a Hasidic Jew selling drugs.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. That's all of his movies. Okay. Tyler writes, hey guys, it's me, Tyler Watkins. I love you, episode 19. Chris Romano was hilarious. And I was so stoked to hear I was not only mentioned to Chris Romano, but I was called a real person to him. A little sad Charlie Wayne gets to be #1 fan, but I guess it's deserved. Obviously, it's deserved. I mean, come on, you guys.
All right.
These
It would
kids
be-
are so, I'm sorry. I just want to say, because I finally entered the 21st century and joined Facebook. Like, I found my password and all
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty cool.
And it's so great to see what these kids look like.
Uh-huh. You
They're
go on there and
so
you kind of
cute.
stalk around a little bit.
No, what I want, I remember their emails and their names, so it's fun to go and they're my friends now and look and see.
How many friend requests have you gotten from listeners?
A lot. I don't know. Obviously, they're the people that I don't know their names. Besides these familiar ones, but
Have
lot.
Has anyone written you messages?
Yes.
Really? What do they say?
Yeah. Oh God, I need to pull up my Facebook because there is one guy
No.
that I love.
Don't do that.
I can do whatever I want.
You agree with me that she should not be melted into the
No, no,
single
no.
I never
voice?
asked to be.
Okay, no. But I'm saying I think it's a better idea.
No,
if
here's the thing.
you
I think
post
our
as
audience
yourself.
would. I think it would be more fun for them to know for sure
That's
when
Jackie.
Jackie's talking, as opposed to. It's bad enough that they can't tell if it's you or I.
Yeah.
I mean, to
Well,
add.
I am careful with the spelling and the grammatical I
All right.
I'm literate. That's what I'm saying.
Isaac Ayano. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but he's hilarious. Like his Facebook page is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Like she's laughing
Shout
at
out.
you.
Oh,
not
shut
with
up!
You.
No, I love him. I love
Okay,
him.
all right. Next email, please.
Have you ever heard of iDosers? It's
No.
a binaural brainwave program that is becoming popular in my school. It sounds pretty crazy, and was wondering what you think about
Put
sound
something in
waves
your
that trip you
eyes?
out.
I wonder, would it help Ryan stay on mic? Because that would, I'd buy it. I'd buy it right now if it does that.
It's because I have to awkwardly look into my computer.
I know.
It's hard to stare through the mic at my computer.
I know, buddy. Next email.
Seth writes, Justin, in last week's episode, you stated that you were envious of Christians being happy and having an afterlife.
Yes.
Personally, it is my opinion that Christians tend to live in fear of how God will judge them when
Of
they
course.
die.
Yes.
And try to adhere outdated rules put in place 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
As an atheist, I realize that this is the only life I have to live.
Atheist. Jesus.
What?
Come on.
And I will live it to the fullest.
All right. Well, have fun with that.
I don't
your,
worry
on
about-
your deathbed. Like that, you're so confident that you know what's going on that you really think there's nothing after. There's nothing. There just couldn't be. That's absurd. You think of all the mysteries on this planet and this world. Think of all the
Bigfoot, chupacabras,
all the
the
weird-
Jersey Devil.
all the weird ass shit. I mean, all the unexplained things. The cosmos, the alone,
Spoon bending.
space. Like, I mean, for God's sakes, like that's,
Something happens when we start talking about when it's pigs or people, Christianity.
I know what the something is.
I go
you,
asleep.
You turn
My
off
brain,
your mind.
yeah,
'Cause
I
you don't-
completely go asleep.
Because you're
numb.
shallow.
I know it's boring. I don't know why, but why do I think that?
I don't
there's
know.
other people that write in about they love pigs or people. They
One
love
of
this
these-
sort of
Yeah.
back and
You know
forth.
what it is?
I don't know what it is. It's like
you
talking
have
about math.
what you have what I wish I
science.
had, and that is an ignorance about
Your own mortality.
forever mortality.
That's
and
not
eternity.
true. I think about it all the time.
Like, what do you think about
No,
that?
you don't.
What doesn't bore you?
I am horrified
Uh-huh.
that there won't be something when we die because my version of heaven is of
Why would that
course
scare
it's
you?
filled with
Sexy.
Hold on.
boys that I
World War II
love.
guys.
Why
and
would
people-
that-
exactly?
Why would that scare you if there's
A
nothing?
veteran's
if that-
gangbang.
if that-
A spectral veteran
up.
gangbang.
But there's nothing to be.
There's-
You're not there to be afraid. There's nothing.
It just bothers me that there
Yeah,
there isn't that. I'm
but
going to be real sad.
Why even? You won't be sad. You won't exist.
I'm
No,
just saying what
my point
what
is, if
scares
atheism
me.
is true, then there's nothing to be afraid of because you literally won't have a consciousness to be afraid. Like you won't even. There's nothing. There's nothing, which is dumb. If anything, we're energy that gets recycled somewhere else in the galaxy or something. If anything,
It's frightening.
our consciousness, who knows? I don't know. I think we're gonna be lost into the fucking web of terror. It's gonna be like an acid trip, a bad acid
God,
trip for
for eternity?
That's what I think it is.
Oh boy,
So
that
it's
sounds
it's
awful.
It's whatever you make it. If you start thinking about spiders biting you, then that's what it's going to be. Spiders biting you. If you start thinking about a run across the beach, it'll be a run across the
If
beach.
you start thinking about the runs,
That's
You're
why.
not gonna run for
That's why
eternity.
if you do bad things in life and you live a guilty life leading up to your death and you feel that guilt eating away at you and you're like, I did fucking horrible things, then when you die, that presence of mind, that thought process is going to just cascade you into the fucking depths of hell. But if you
No.
live a good life and you die and you're happy and you're like, oh man, like I really did good things for other people and you're comfortable,
Then the spiders will
then the
nuzzle,
bright,
nuzzle you.
yeah, the bright white light will take you. All right, anyways, who cares? Next email.
Dear GVP, it's Jared Zigelder. It's okay to say last name. I'm 19. I'm writing to tell you guys, you didn't have an influence on the Four Loko problem in Seattle.
Oh,
I live in that area, and all my friends drink that shit and think it's the greatest. And I know they never heard of your show. Thanks for rubbing it in, Jared.
Hey,
I tried
tell
Four
them to
Loko
listen.
once and thought it tasted like cum-covered shit. So don't worry about those kids are just retarded. It tastes like a lot of things, Jared, but cum-covered shit is not one of
I
them.
mean, I eat cum-covered shit all the time. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's totally different.
cum-covered shit would be like what, like a salty kind of taste?
Salty and
Oh,
like very,
come
just
on.
very bitter. Salty,
Yeah.
like almost like if you've ever tasted a black marker, it's kind of at that bitterness, that acidity.
Yeah.
Very, very texturally, very.
And also clearly solid. Yeah, you'd be chewing it.
very
You wouldn't be
good.
drinking it.
Very good.
So how could it?
Oh, delicious. My favorite.
I'm a longtime listener and love the show. I love Jackie and even watch all of the shows she's worked on. Ooh, like G.I. Joe Resolute.
Ooh. I hope Flapjack.
I even watched some Fish Hooks. Thought it was funny. I don't know why he watched that. There's no one associated with that show on this show.
Okay.
And also, I thought the new episode is great. Keep it up. P.S. Jackie, if you need me to, I will get a Nazi uniform and pretend to be a ghost.
No, I don't want
will.
people to write things like that.
Why not? Why not? Because it's never going to happen. You're never going to have a Nazi ghost.
It was taken out of context.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was You heard the entire thing. What could be taken out of
No,
context?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't
But
edit
when-
it.
No, what I'm saying is
That entire
I didn't hear it.
conversation-
But like the conversation of someone. I'm trying to think of
It's
the
fine.
male
It's fine.
equivalent
Just
of a
own it.
fantasy.
Just
No.
own it.
I'm just trying to say. A male equivalent fantasy of
Oh, I
like
get it.
something
I
like
get
a
it.
very bad woman
Sure.
villain,
like a mean boss
Oh, okay.
or a
well, like the,
secretary
I got
of
it.
state.
the lady
I
from
got
G.I.
it.
Joe. Why am I blanking
Clinton.
on her name?
I've got one.
Distra-
Can I help you? Can I give you a lifeline here?
Yeah, but
Cruella DeVille,
Yeah.
but dressed just it's Christina Aguilera, but she's dressed like Cruella DeVille. I'd do her.
Cruella DeVille didn't murder people. But I mean, thank you, Justin. What?
That's what we're saying. That's
Yeah,
how
that's the point. Okay,
yeah.
next email,
Okay,
please.
go on.
you want to have sex with the most
Nazis and
evil
SS,
force
yeah.
that's ever
Okay.
existed
All
on
right.
the earth.
And no one's ever dreamed about having sex with Darth Vader.
Okay, next email, please.
But you could go about when you're having sex with Darth Vader in your mind. You go at the end of the day, this guy actually didn't do anything because he's a fictional character.
Oh,
she didn't
shoot.
say Hitler.
Shoot.
Okay, go ahead. Next email, please.
Hitler,
Ew,
what about
Hitler's
Hitler?
gross. He's so
What's the
ugly.
highest ranking SS officer that you'd still do?
I would
Goebbels?
probably no. I was gonna say no.
Goebbels?
He was fat. Rommel.
Oh, sorry, Rommel.
Rommel.
Rommel's
But
the
Rommel
highest-
was a gentleman. Like he was so good to the prisoners of war. He never killed anybody. Like he was an educated. He's
Sure.
not. So
Yeah.
like
he was just the head of the war force that was driving across
Yeah.
whatever
All right.
part of the world.
Please
The
continue.
Desert Fox, Rommel. You talking about
Please.
him?
yeah. That's what I'm
the
talking
one
about.
when they invaded
All right.
Egypt.
He's
All right,
very
come on.
handsome.
Okay.
got it.
Anyway,
He was an excellent soldier.
All right.
because it's from Kevin. I'm from Massachusetts and could use some extra cash to make it through the winter. He doesn't cheap, Can you help me by giving me your predictions for the winning lotteries number next week? Oh, this is for psychic abilities. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
shoot.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to put the
he out there?
spotlight. There's a spotlight if I shine it in the sky.
I sort of always imagine that if we looked out our studio window, we just see sort of like them all milling about, sort of with cotton in their ears.
Someone
yeah,
should
they're
draw
kind of
that.
out there.
Yeah,
They're kind of out there.
like a field of grass.
Oh, there he
And
is.
there's- oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, there he is. How do you know?
Well, I see him at the door knocking.
What's he look like?
He looks very handsome.
What's he dressed like?
He's dressed in like the latest,
He stopped bringing the,
the
doorbell.
latest,
hip hop
threads.
fashions.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'm gonna get it. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Oh my God, we were just talking about you. we need your help.
Abilities, fool.
Hey, will you predict lottery numbers for next week?
Yo,
for Kevin?
hell yeah, fool. All right. What you want to know?
Lottery numbers for next week for
Oh,
Kevin.
hell yeah, I know about
He's
that.
from Massachusetts. So it's got to be obviously the Massachusetts
Oh,
state lottery.
All right. 7, 14, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, yo, 5, 6, yo, 7, yo, 8. I'm psychic abilities 9. Yo, I got abilities. Yo, all right, I gotta go.
Okay, is that it?
Good luck.
Wait. Can you repeat those numbers just in case?
All right. 17, 4, 1, through 9, 10. Yo, 15, 72. All right. Yo, good luck,
Okay.
fool.
Well, you heard it here
I'm
first.
psychic abilities. I got feelities. I'm abilities. I got abilities.
Very
all
good,
right.
psychic. Thank you.
See you guys later.
Okay, say hi to everybody else out
Oh,
there.
hell yeah.
Are you do you make friends out there with the other characters?
No, no.
Oh, no one's ever stopped mid-fart and come back. Is that painful?
He's gone, Ryan.
Oh, shit.
Well, at least he came in the nick of time.
Jeez,
yeah.
that was close.
Yeah.
All right, next email, please.
That was pretty much it.
Is that it? Oh my goodness gracious, we did it.
Smith Harrison, our announcer, writes in, but I feel he just said that he likes the step dub, the Mr. Scoop step dub.
Oh, wait, what did
That
he-
was good.
Smith Harrison, our announcer, like the step dub, the dubstep.
Yeah.
It was good. I actually got a few emails about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I got a text from one of our listeners, Mike Chillian, creator of McBusters on Channel 101.com.
I need to watch that. I heard it was
Check it out.
terrific.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Well, yeah, no, Mike and a few other people mentioned that dubstep was great. So, keep making stuff, everybody, and especially Mr. Dubstep, the guy that created it, Logan, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Miss Logan, Mr. Dubstep, Stolly.
Okay, good. I got it right. All right, cool. That was episode 20, the big 2-0.
The big 2-0.
We were
now it's time for what's his name?
What?
Podcast Squared.
Podcast Squared can check in and tell us, have we improved? Have we degraded? You let us know. We're on 20
We got
now,
our first big
motherfucker.
celebrity guest interview.
So
Boy, there's gonna be a lot of heat on this episode, huh, Jackie?
yeah, I really hope that we're delivering a good enough package.
To all you posers who are listening just for our celebrity guest.
Why is your mic so quiet? I don't get it.
I'm just
It's
kinda
not. I think he's just
feeling
tired.
shitty.
Yeah.
No, I think it's because you're like down here instead of talking into the actual part you're supposed to.
Anyway, so thank you to Sarah Silverman for coming by.
Thanks to Sarah Silverman. Thanks to Kent Osborne.
Closet.
And
Listener email art.
whatever.
Listener art.
Go to pigsorpeople.com.
Do we
That's
have
our
anyone
Facebook
to thank?
page.
Do we have anyone to thank for art this week?
Nobody sent anything
We don't know what we're
in,
doing
huh?
yet.
I have a few and I don't know which one to use yet.
All right, we'll talk about
We'll
it.
we'll thank our episode art person on the website, and honestly, seriously, send in episode art. I don't care.
That last week's was amazing.
Just send it in, yo. Send it in.
I want to just put this out there. I told Justin I want to listen to art where it's like shows our little studio like in the middle of like a field of grass or something, or where there's like one sidewalk running outside and you see all the characters standing out there.
Yeah.
That's a tall order, though.
It
Well,
is.
that's like a big
maybe
thing
someone
for
should
someone
step
to
up.
be imaginative enough
it's-
to
maybe
design
someone
all
should
the
step up.
characters.
Yeah, no,
and-
it's we're gonna get some really bad ones, and then maybe one of these days we'll get a really.
Are
good
we
one.
trying to egg on our listeners so they
Yeah,
send one in?
of course. Kind of. But at the same time, like, yeah, we're gonna break a lot of hearts.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we're yikes, that's not what Toppy looks like.
But we might post them all somewhere on the Facebook
Yeah,
page.
yeah,
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Rejected. All right, so that's it. That's the
The
episode.
show. Tune in next week for our next episode. I won't announce the guest because I'm not sure 100% of it.
Yeah, it could just be the three of us for the first time
Is
in
it
a while.
gonna be Chris
Gross.
Romano?
No.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
we need to
Put
do
your
an
pants
episode.
back on.
I think we need to do it just the three of us episode. What do you
All right.
guys think? Write in. Let us know.
Boring.
All right. Okay. That's the
Bye.
show. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey pals, why don't you just get with it and send us emails, voicemails, episode art and other stuff to grandmasvirginity@gmail.com. Then wake up and rate us on iTunes, you dropouts. What's the matter with you? Special thanks to Sarah Silverman and to Sophie Kittner for this week's disturbing episode art. She's a real dropout. Join our Facebook page by going to www.pigsarepeople.com. Don't be a dropout. Follow us on Twitter @GrandsVirginity. I'm your announcer, Smith Harrison. Join me at thevoxoffers.com and click around sometime. Thank you for listening, and tune in next week for a fantastic new episode of the GVP.